Hello, and welcome to yet another Q&A Thursday. I'm your host, Dane Hennon. To my right, Levi Gates.
Howdy, folks.
Hey, and to my left, Anthony Fisher.
Thanks for having me, Dane. Glad to be here.
Well, I'm looking forward to a good show. I'll only be here for half of it, but I'm going to enjoy it while I've got you guys. And before we even do any housekeeping, I will say, you were about to tell Gabe you need something.
I thought there was at least one more special edition sticker on the table out there.
There
we
is
could
one of those.
tease
Yeah.
for those folks that are going to be coming to the East Coast Adventure.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like
Yeah.
to tease, but I don't have one in front of me.
Well, okay, so while you don't have that in front of you right now, maybe someone will go get one. But
Yeah,
in the
that'd be
meantime,
great.
we've got, that was so fast.
Ask and you shall receive.
That was so fast. Okay.
Well,
So,
here
first
it
off,
is.
premise.
Yeah.
East Coast Adventure. If we could pull up the sheet first so that people know what's happening next week.
Oh, my gosh.
If
we
you
are
get
going
it,
to
you
be
get it.
at the Saratoga Auto Museum in Saratoga Springs, New York, with Detailed Image and the crew. Stop by from 10 to noon. Go to Detailer's Domain on the 25th, Thursday the 25th at Norwood, New Jersey from 10 to noon. Mm-hmm. Go to Long Island Detail Supply on Friday from 10 to 3. And come to the Haggerty Garage and Social in Bedford Hills, New York from 9 to 2 on that Saturday morning, because if you come to those things, you will get one of these. Anthony, you may reveal it as soon as the thing changes.
All right, close-up
All
camera,
right.
please.
Actually, let's get this thing
Yeah,
on
let's
here.
get it on Anthony there. Pop it on.
Such good.
He's
Such
waiting.
good
Okay.
pod.
Okay, you ready for this flip?
Flip it.
Bam, dude.
Yeah.
Check that out.
So you
Isn't
can
that cool?
only get this sticker on the road next week in New York and New Jersey.
I'm putting one of those on my flex. I love it so
That's
much.
all. So we have that one that's going to be available next week at the meet and greets only. At the meet and greets only. Now, other bit of housekeeping.
Yes.
Memorial Day
Yes.
More serious.
next week.
Yeah.
We're not going to be doing a podcast. We're not going to be probably doing the Q&A because
Right.
we're going to be on the road.
Yes.
We'll probably be doing some lives, and you'll be able to check in, and you'll be able to check in on the Instagram and the Facebook and all that kind of stuff. And Dane will be doing probably some lives from each one on YouTube. So that's the only thing that you're going to have. But we have another special for you. This is the new Memorial Day sticker. Ooh. It's going to become available on the sale day, the start of the Memorial Day sale. But not only, this is a cool little sticker here. I'm going to turn it to the camera. There we go. But here's the thing. The sticker is for sale for $5. 100% of the proceeds are going to go to the Gary Sinise Foundation. And then on top of that, we are donating, as the rag company, another $1,000 to the Gary Sinise Foundation. And when this goes live on the site, and the best way to find out is to make sure that you're signed up for the newsletter, you will also have the opportunity to donate to the Gary Sinise Foundation yourself. So that way, if you feel like, hey, I can do the $5 for the sticker, but I'm going to do 10 or I'm
above
going to do
and
15.
beyond, whatever
totally
you want
fine.
to do.
You can do that. You can buy the sticker and you can donate. So it's all going to a good cause. The Gary Sinise Foundation is an amazing foundation that really helps and gets veterans and first responders and stuff back on their feet and helps them in all kinds of ways. And so it's going to a very good cause, and we really appreciate all of that. So we're very excited to be a part of it. So there you go. We're also going to have a video.
Yeah.
And a couple cool things that are going to drop, so you guys are going to enjoy it. We're going to have some fun. So
Very exciting.
So there we go. That's a little bit of housekeeping. What else you got, Anthony?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I thought something got back in stock.
So we're kind of waiting on that right now, Dane. It's still...
well, glad I didn't say what it was.
Well, I mean, I can say what it is.
Oh, okay.
They arrived.
Okay, but they're physically here.
Something has physically arrived today, which people have been waiting for a long time.
It's got to get counted and put in.
Ran out of stock.
People are
but
feisty for them.
Here, hopefully, within the next, I'll say less than 24 hours, if not already now, the Ultra Clay Scrubbers are going to be back in stock
there you
at
go.
theragcompany.com. And so I know a lot of people...
Keep refreshing that page.
looking forward to getting more of those and how useful they are and how great they are for washes and bug removal and all sorts of different things. We're just claying in general. But we were out for a couple months there. We did not expect to run out as soon as we did. But now that they are back here in our hands. They're going to be ready to ship out here hopefully in the next.
But they literally arrived like 2 hours ago, an hour ago. Like the truck dropped off quite a bit, and so it's getting counted. It's going to get put in inventory, and then it'll get updated on the site.
Yeah. So give your glass the ultimate decon. Maybe decon your paint. Clean off those bug guts. Keep one of those in your bucket. Keep the other one for maybe a special night out on the town, right? You come in a 2-pack, right?
Yeah, hone it on the glass first.
One for daily use, right? One for something special,
Special
right?
occasions.
Special occasions. You break it out, light a candle, turn on some Barry White, and enjoy
I have a candle in my garage.
Yourself.
I light it sometimes when I'm detailing.
Do you?
Create a little cool vibe.
Get yourself a woodwick candle so you can hear that snap, crackle, and pop over the Rupes machine winding out.
It's so loud. Especially when you have your noise-canceling headphones on.
Oh,
it's true.
You hear that woodwick going.
Need those.
Well,
all right.
We always have fun here. We're ready to hopefully answer some questions. And, this, again, Dane will be taking off at the halfway point.
Yep.
He is going in for a little doctor's appointment, right? Facial restructuring.
Yep. He wanted to get that done.
I want a different shape, maybe a triangle.
He wanted to get it done before we left.
He wanted to get it done before we left. And I said, what are you looking for? He goes, I'm really looking for that Stallone look.
I'm going to get a Giga Chad
One thing
jaw.
he said was he really liked the Stallone. The other one he was talking about, he showed me a picture, and it was Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and I
weird.
was like, that's kind of an odd
A little excessive
choice, but
there, Dane.
yeah.
And
It's a pretty extreme hair.
He goes, no. He's like, I think it's just about right. So really excited to see what the outcome
gonna be
is.
impressive.
Right? It's going to be exciting for everyone on the East Coast. So maybe when you get to see Dane next week, go up, maybe grab him by the chin. Right?
Whoa,
just
whoa,
say,
that's a chin, not a handle.
just
My
yank
guy.
it.
Got your chin.
Got your chin, Dane.
Gotcha. You can't escape me now.
I'm not Jay Leno. Okay, so starting things off, we've got Shelby B.
Hey,
saying,
Shelby.
Go ahead.
Happy Friday Eve, gentlemen. PSS just isn't cutting it on my hard tonneau cover. It fades in a couple months. Recommendations. Should I throw some solution finish at it? So, yeah, you could, Shelby. The other thing you could do is just use over the top, the solution finish over the top on it, because I think if it's your newer one on your Tacoma, you could go with that. Yeah. Now, if it's fading that bad, I wouldn't need to just put straight solution finish. I would probably just do over the top and see how that works. You're going to get a little more longevity out of it, and you're going to get some moisturization out of that.
Okay. So as a general rule, you're not putting solution finish onto a tonneau cover.
Not
Well,
if it's new. If it's a new tonneau cover, you don't need to.
Yeah.
If it's like 5-6 years old, then yes, put some solution finish on it. If
A little
PSS isn't cutting
sun-baked,
it,
a little
because it'll
fried.
keep it. It'll rehydrate it. It'll keep it for about 2 years, and then you can also put over the top on top of the solution finish. So clarify, please, for us. That'd be great.
Good to know.
Umberto saying hello, TRC team.
Hello, Umberto.
Jojo saying hello there, fellers and gals. Dan Pfeiffer saying good afternoon and warm and a word up from a warm but rainy Minnesota. Missed last week, but back and ready for a great Friday Eve. Q&A, let's get on it.
Yes, sir.
We're going to be so
right.
excited, Dan, when
Let's
we
get
do
it
our
on.
layover in Minneapolis
That's right,
Yeah.
probably.
on our flight over.
Great bathrooms there. Good food choices.
It's a nice
Very
airport.
clean bathroom.
Well-
definitely better than O'Hare. That whole airport it needs to be thrown in the trash.
Go. That's
Well,
good.
hold on. It can't go in there before Newark, though. Newark is...
Well, Newark's getting
The
a little bit of
worst.
rebuilding. and
Newark
revision.
is that perfect amount of sketchiness that you would expect at an airport, and I like it.
Newark
for that.
goes beyond that. Newark
I'm excited
is...
to take Jimmy on the Skytram.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, the Skytram's going to be fun with...
We're gonna try to rock it over. Am I right?
Dude, I would just watch...
it on the wall.
We're
I
gonna
watched
have the four
Speed
of us.
last
We're
night,
gonna
so I
have-
saw the freaking subway fly out of the...
It'll be the four of us plus Lars and Brian if we can get that
Yeah.
sucker going.
We're just going to do
If
that.
this trams are rocking, don't come. Actually, help
get it, don't
help
get it,
help
get it,
us.
come-
It's
come-
probably gonna fall off
Yeah.
the
I'm
rails.
I'm going to
This thing
speed it up to
shakes
knock
so
us
bad,
off
it's
the rails.
terrifying.
Okay,
Mark
next
Abar
up.
saying, if I wash them again in rag stretches, do you think they have a chance to work again? Wash what, Mark?
I think...
I'm assuming some towels, so if they
Probably.
are, should be good. You can soak them too. Ricardo saying, what's up, TRC crew? Hopefully, I'll be able to make it out to one of the events on your East Coast adventure.
We
we
hope
hope
so,
so,
too,
Ricardo.
Ricardo. You should definitely make
And
it there.
just a piece of something. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Okay.
If we have not met you before and we do not know what your username is, approach us at the event and say,
Please tell us your
say,
username.
I'm Ricardo B. Right? it makes things go a lot smoother in general. That way we don't have to give you the whole spiel of like, hey, my name's Anthony, this is Levi over here.
And they're like,
and then
yeah,
after
I know.
30
Levi,
minutes,
how's your shed coming? Anthony, did you get your shed organized? How's
Yeah.
Katie like? And we're like, who are you?
Like if we meet Jojo Crawdaddy and his name is Steve, I have no way of knowing that you, Steve, are Jojo Crawdaddy. There's just no way I'm able to connect that without your help. So if you could, please, it would make everything so much smoother.
those pieces for us.
Yes.
And it'll be like a spark.
Pretend we're 5 years old and we need everything explained to
It'll be like a
us.
spark igniting when we meet. Trust me, it's
There
going to
you
be magical. And that way, Levi can give you a hug. I'll give you a high five. You can grab Dane by the chin, and we can have a good time.
There you go.
That's going to be a new thing.
Jeff C. says, is there any chance that you guys might carry Dr. Beasleys products in the future? I've started going down the rabbit hole after you hosted their event and had Chris in studio. What's that
Interesting
mean?
Chris is
product line.
Yeah, Chris is a good dude.
And had Chris. Oh, okay. Their
'Cause
event
they did the
and
training event
Had
here.
Chris in the studio.
Yes.
Gotcha. Interesting product line. Interesting indeed, Jeff. So yeah, give the products a shot. We don't at this point in time have any plans, but Dr. Beasleys is awesome stuff. We have still plenty left from the event that me and Levi are going to be playing with and throwing on some cars.
Chris is going to send us some stuff too to play with and
Chris
see.
says he's going to send us some stuff to play with and have fun with
Never
it.
say never, Jeff. You never know. We're always coming up with
As
cool
you know,
ideas.
we're always testing stuff. I mean, just because we don't talk about it doesn't mean we're not testing things. So, yeah.
All right, Jojo Crawdaddy saying, hey, TRC crew, what you like cleaning those delicate home flat screens? Which towel and chem combo? I use just a glass cleaner, any of the glass cleaners, and an FTW.
That's exactly what I use.
I'm a creature and diluted O&R guy.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I got my 256 to 1
See,
distilled water.
So
ready to
for
rock and
you,
roll.
it's okay. Like, I get that.
Yeah.
What's when the next couple years, Lucy gets older,
Yeah.
she's going to be wiping her hands on that screen like my kids do.
She wouldn't do that.
Yes, she will.
She's well behaved.
She'll do that.
Now, just wait.
Just wait.
well behaved.
Right now, yeah. So when my kids were little, I didn't have to worry about them touching the screen. It was high enough, they wouldn't have to worry. I just lightly dust it. Now, I'm having to wipe peanut butter off the television.
That
And sometimes soda.
And that's the result of kids. I will say I had a unique scenario myself. I got that TV downstairs, and I have your former cat, Sassy. Great cat. Love that cat. But
didn't know where
actually,
this was going.
Sassy came in the dog door, as she does
she
from time
does.
to time. That's how she gets in and out of the house.
Right.
And I wasn't there when this happened, but I was just putting two and two together, like
She
figuring
jump
out
at
what
the
happened.
screen?
She hopped up onto the entertainment stand that's below the TV, which is fairly low to begin
Yeah.
with, but I can see lots of little cat paw prints on it, right?
Ah.
Okay, well, they were muddy cat paw prints.
Oh.
And then, in addition, my 75-inch TV was just splattered with mud all over overspray, just top to bottom all over.
Did you smell it? Take a
It was,
breath.
it was,
Here's what I
it was
think.
definitely mud.
Here's what I think.
never
I
know.
think she got caught in a rainstorm, ran through the mud, jumped on your entertainment center, and smeared her wet cat.
But see, it wasn't a
Body on
smear.
it.
It was very clearly like spittle spray, like
Oh.
very
Yeah.
distinct,
Oh, she
like
probably
spray
shook.
pattern. Yes,
She
like
probably
she
shook.
shook.
Yeah.
It totally like a dog shaking,
Yeah.
but it was
and then sat
definitely the
up there
cat.
and cleaned herself.
Because I've had Callie shake in that room before, and she's usually pretty good about
Yeah.
not doing that. But this had to be the cat because the spray pattern. You could see the way the focus blasts, like you look at the aftermath of a bomb blast or something, and it's like, okay, the focus point, the ground zero was right here,
Yeah.
and then everything that went out there gets thinner and smaller as you go out, and you can very clearly see like a cat-sized shape,
Like a
So-
point of contact.
Yes. So I had to clean that up. And what did I use? Well, actually, that's a good point. I used O&R in this case, but I used it with an FTW.
Yeah.
FTW
I
did
like the
trick.
FTW because it's got a little more bite, a little more scrubbing action. Because my children touch all the TVs
Yeah.
in my house for no reason.
Wow.
I say, please don't touch the television. There's no reason for you to touch them.
Yeah.
And then they always touch them. And then I go,
just
why is there
strange.
peanut butter and grease and oil and pizza hands all over these things? And they were like, well, I was pointing out something to somebody. You don't have to point, you don't have to touch the screen to do it.
When it's not greasy, it's greasy.
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
Well, there's people that continue that make that mistake throughout life. Growing up as a child, right? I grew up with a TV
That's
that
generally how people
shocked
grow
me
up.
every time I touched
See,
the
I
screen,
want a TV
right?
that will shock my children.
And so I'm
I
planning
want
on-
that.
I'm planning
If
on
there's a
our teens.
feature I can add,
Dude.
I would love it.
I'm gonna go find an old JVC somewhere, maybe at a thrift shop or whatever
Yeah.
it may be. Plug that thing in and
A back projected
I'm-
Mitsubishi, maybe?
And I'm gonna raise my daughter on what I learned, right?
Yeah, that's how I was. I always got shocked by our Zenith.
Say bye to the OLED, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're at it.
Yeah.
We're done with that, and then we're going straight to shocking people.
Yeah.
But I like to think
technology.
that those people that touch screens are the same people that continue to touch screens for the rest of their life, right? So, for example, like I've had friends where I've had a laptop, and I'm like, hey, so I wanted to show you this, and they go, oh, that's cool, and they point and they touch the screen.
And they push
You
so
can
hard.
point without
And-
touching.
And I look at them, and I just make eye contact like this. Can we get the camera on me? Really quick here. And I say, why did you do that? and then they look back at me. They go, oh, what? Sorry, I was trying to point something out. I said, please never do that again. Don't touch my screen. And they say, hey, you're being really weird about the whole thing. I said, I think you're weird for touching my screen. Don't ever touch that again. And if you do, I'll chop off your finger. So after that, they usually don't come back
Okay.
over. But that's okay, right?
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
relinquished those people out of my life, and I'm a much happier person.
Yeah.
Joey Belinsky says, JoJo Crawdaddy. I've been using Plush Towel and
where are you at?
Absolute for, right there, Absolute on my OLEDs, no issues. Very cool. And then we got hello,
that was
everyone.
Joey.
Yep,
Yeah.
we got
oh,
Joey.
you said add JoJo, so I was like, what?
And then we got David Cervantes that says,
Yes.
what's up, guys?
Hey, hey.
And then Carson Black saying, hey, guys.
What's up?
And we got, first from Puerto Rico,
A lot of
saying hi
hellos.
to all of our friends.
JP.
Oh, JP, congrats. Saying, yo, my alarm isn't going off in class anymore.
Well, that's
Finals week,
great.
baby. Nice.
Nice.
Enjoy it, man. Joey says he's got sticker FOMO.
It's okay. I
get it.
understand.
That's the point, Joey.
There are going to be a
so
lot of
that
people
you will have that
who
sticker
want
FOMO.
these things.
This will probably be the first of these kind of things we'll probably do whenever we go to an event or something. We'll come up with a unique
special
sticker.
trip sticker.
Yeah, a trip
tripper.
sticker
Yeah.
for a giveaway at those events. So,
Yeah.
Jamie saying, here for the tips, stay for the tricks.
All right. On to page 2. maybe?
Joey saying, wow.
Oh, yeah, because he saw the sticker and it blew his mind.
People are pretty excited.
And then
Yeah.
Graham saying, afternoon, lads, and happy Friday Eve. Hope everyone is well. And
Hope you're well, too.
Yeah, you too, Graham. Jamie the Cleaner waving. Tom Chiningo, happy Friday Eve.
Chinigo.
And then Long Island Detail Supply saying that sticker's badass, and we are super excited.
Same.
So we will be there Friday day, hanging out. Brilliant Detailing saying, woohoo, 1 week to my birthday and meeting you guys at Detailer's Domain. Brilliant. It'll be
Yeah.
good to see you again. We
Look
haven't
forward to meeting you.
well, we've met him
Well, I mean,
3
seeing
years
you
ago.
in person. Yeah, it's been a while.
Last time we were there.
Yeah.
Han saying, hello, Abend. Han.
Oh, no more.
Tom Chiningo saying, I'm looking forward to meeting you guys next Thursday at Detailer's Domain in Norwood, New Jersey. Excited to see you too, Tom.
Yeah.
And then Carson says, will you guys have the limited tour stickers for sale? No, Carson. The only way you can get them is to be at the event.
So you're going to have to
You have
fly
to get
the
'em
East
from
you have
one
to
of
pay
us.
for a ticket to fly to the East Coast
and
to see
then,
it.
then
Yeah.
grab it from us.
Yep.
But we're going to make this a point when we go on these trips. So if you meet us on these trips, we'll probably have some kind of specialty sticker for that occasion.
Very true. David Zavani says, can we talk about your soft drops of the new Detail Factory items?
We did do some soft drops.
We did do some very soft drops, mainly because we're still producing some of the media around them. Not really much to talk about. I mean, there is stuff to talk about, but we want you guys to go to the website, maybe go find these soft drops, check them out, then ask some questions, and you can let us know what you think. Otherwise, we'll just start
Couple of unique
rambling.
things. We got some brushes. We got some hard cards with rubber on them to be able to use as dog hair brushes. There's a lot of great stuff. So
Yeah. Jamie the Cleaner says ultra
He yells
clay
it, ultra clay
rubbers, right?
Product yellers, yes.
Yes, to say Jamie is very excited about that. And then we have David Boyce that says,
Sinise is a fellow
wow.
Chicagoan and a Steppenwolf Theater alum.
That's right.
No
Thank you
way.
for that, David.
we
Appreciate
did not
it.
know that.
He
And
just
then,
seems like a really good guy.
Yeah. Then Tom Chiningo saying, shout out to Josh and customer service with assisting with getting my banner signed.
Nice.
Much appreciated all. You're welcome, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tom,
no
that's
problem.
awesome.
And then
thank
Joey
you,
says,
Josh.
I really hope Dane isn't going to our appointment without me.
I guess there's only one way to find out. You can ask to see the evidence. Am I right? Barry D. Hart says,
To heart.
can you suggest anything for water spots on PPF to remove them, please? So, Barry, a couple different things. It depends on how long the water spots have been there. If they're relatively new and you're able to remove them, maybe a couple of heat cycles in the sun might be able to dissolve that. If there's actual mineral deposits left in the PPF, you're going to need to remove those. You can try with the most basic methods of, maybe something really light like FSE, which is going to be a mineral remover and quick detailer. You could try using a little bit of vinegar and water if you want to attempt that. Your other option would be to use a dedicated water spot remover like the one from G-Technic, which is awesome. It has, I think, just a stronger percentage of cleaning power and mineral remover. MDR from Optimum. And lastly, you could try to take just a little bit of compounder polish and just try to agitate them out of there. But I probably wouldn't go crazy with spraying wheel acid on the PPF, depending on how nice it is. Alex says, I'm shocked this isn't being streamed on Dane's new Insta360. He tried to talk us into it.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I kept saying it's super awesome.
I'm going to take it when we, probably not to the East Coast, but maybe to the UK or something, walking around the show and letting people choose what they look at when we walk through. Could be interesting.
That could be or very confusing.
Very confusing also.
Terrifying.
So for perspective, what you saw was what they call reframe, where what I pointed at dictates where you look in the 360 sphere. If I open it up, then you're free to move around. I didn't have that setting on when you saw it. So sorry to those who saw that and it was kind of messy. Anyway, I've had that camera over a year. I just never used it.
What we're gonna do is maybe future Q&As. We're gonna put it into we're gonna put it in the middle of us, right? Like a That 70s show, right?
Ooh.
And
you
we're
just
gonna
swirl
get that,
it around.
And we're just gonna swirl
Keep
it
making
around.
faces.
Maybe you want to look at the bottle of Tavarich. Maybe you want to look at the bottle of Vegemite. Maybe you want
no.
zoom in over
Weirdly
here.
enough, that wouldn't be the worst idea.
I
That would
mean,
actually
I don't
be kind
hate
of
it.
fun.
No,
I don't know if
Yeah,
That could be weird.
never know. Superado 2K saying, good afternoon, all. Greetings from Georgia. Thanks,
hey,
man.
Stopping
Welcome.
in, man.
David Voice says, my absolute of Essence has not performed well. I bumped up to 4 ounces in a 16-ounce bottle, and the scent only lasts tops 2-3 hours. $30. That hurts. That's a lot. Oh, absolute of Essence. Okay, the essence
of Absolute. It was just a little.
Okay, the essence of Absolute. The fragrance. You put 4 ounces in a 16-ounce, and the rest is all water?
Hours. That's interesting. I would reach out and maybe ask Sydney if she has any recommendations because, I mean, I haven't used a whole lot of the essence of
I know that
products.
the hard part is most oil-based air fresheners don't really last that long. So Stekada, I can spray it in my car. You become scent blind after a while, right? I can spray it in my car, the Suburban, but then I get back in after 3 or 4 days of not driving it, and I don't smell anything. But my kids get in and go, ooh, it smells
Someone
good.
else gets in there.
Yeah, but I'm in the vehicle the most, so I don't smell it. So, David, you might also be going scent blind, which is one of the reasons Anthony and I like having different scents at all times and changing it up.
Jamie the Cleaner says, currently enjoying a Jack Link's Dorito sweet spicy chili meat stick.
Doritos? What? That's a lot of words, man.
Actually a thing, Jamie?
What?
Because I know somebody that would be first in line for that.
Oh, no.
It's this guy.
No.
Right here.
No.
He's all about them.
Dane.
Send all your Jack Link's Doritos sweet spicy chili meat sticks to Dane Hennon.
Keep in mind,
Dane at the Rag Company.
For those who don't remember, right, the Slim Jim lore, the Slim Jim and Red Bull lore
is
derived from the East Coast Adventure.
Yes, it is.
The first East Coast Adventure. We literally drove down. We landed in Newark. We drove to Virginia.
Yep.
Spent 24 hours in Virginia.
Was that 6 hours by
car? It was a 6-hour drive.
Yeah, 7 hours
we
maybe?
We took a red eye, landed, drove, and then we drove back.
Yeah.
And on the drive back, Dane said that his stomach hurt.
He was in the back seat.
He's in the back seat.
Something happened, and then he goes, "My stomach hurts," and we're like, "Yeah."
Well, no, you turned around and said, "Oh, you're not feeling good," and then you saw
the unwrapped.
There was a bunch of
Slim Jim wrappers, and then Red Bull.
And you go, Dane, if all you've eaten is Slim Jims and Red Bulls.
All I had that
and
day.
Dane goes, "Well, yeah," and he goes, "Well, no wonder."
Even I know that's why, but.
And then he's like, "We need to stop soon," and then we stopped at a very sketchy bathroom.
Yes, just being very polite, like whatever we come up on next, that's where we're stopping. Yeah. I don't care what it is. We're stopping.
The AC didn't work, and it was in that building. It was all hot and sweaty.
Yeah, needless to say, we can't go back to certain parts of Virginia. Hans Closen says, "Great looking sticker and a good cause. Can I buy one? Like to support. I also have discounts for veterans for my details."
Hans, we will work on getting you a sticker of that.
Yep.
So
we usually do. First from Puerto Rico says 96 degrees Fahrenheit here today. Ooh, it's a hot one.
It's a hot one.
Yeah.
And
I bet it's humid
my cousins in the southern part of the island said it's over 104.
Okay, that's pretty hot.
That is,
apparently, we're going to set a record tomorrow here.
No.
Apparently.
It's supposed to be like 82 today.
Yeah.
Jamie the Cleaner says, Umberto, I'm in the 80s and dying. Staying hydrated, friend.
Yeah, keep drinking that water. All right. Then we got
Brionicle.
Brionicle.
What's up, guys? I'm disappointed in your tour. You're right down the street and not making a detour to the deep south of Los Angeles. Enjoy your adventure and have lots of fun.
Yeah. I'm sorry, buddy.
I mean, it's just a couple small turns, right?
Just
to
a
get
few
down to
turns.
the deep south and
a couple hours.
We got a California trip in us at some point.
Someday.
Some point.
I think we'll have a deep south. I think that's what we'll call it, right?
The Deep
rag
South
company
tour.
goes deep south, and it's literally like people are like,
Just
oh, nice.
California. People are going to be so
Dude,
confused.
people would love that.
Honestly, we built the lore enough at this point. That's what it has to be called.
Yeah,
So
it's just us maybe photoshopped on a fan boat going through LA.
Just going.
Like the LA canals or whatever it is.
Oh, I'll make the picture for that. Don't you worry.
Sheldon saying, what's up, my people? What's up, Sheldon?
Hey.
And then Jamie saying, Umberto saying, we're used to all that hot temperature. That's why we sweat. And then
Now it's just a back and forth.
everything talking. Umberto saying, do you use one liquidator for you and one for the vehicle?
Yes.
And then JP, best polishing pads for Euro. Walked in my garage and randomly saw these paw prints all over my hood, trailing up to the window to the roof. Not sure how my neighbor's cat got in the garage, but I'm going to kill it.
JP, I know what that feels like.
Euro as in a European vehicle?
I'm assuming he means a Euro car, yeah.
So
he's assuming he has a harder clear probably or something.
yeah, you could. The biggest thing is just any of the, it depends on the machine you're using, depends on a lot of stuff. Anthony and I are big fans of like the Lake Country HDO series are great. The Rupes yellow foams and blue and yellow wools are great pads. But realistically, for that, you might be able to get away with just a yellow foam Rupes pad, some last cut compound, or utilize a just an orange or a black Lake Country HDO pad.
Well, first look to see if there's any damage actually done, right?
Yeah, send an email to us. Send it to Anthony at theragcompany.com.
Just see how bad it is. I mean,
send us some pictures.
It might not even be worth polishing out.
Yeah.
Sheldon yelling forced.
Very nice.
Love the yelling of the product names.
Holy
and we're
cow.
on page 1.
We're on page 1. Guys, we got to
doing-
get some questions in here.
We're doing pretty
Without
good.
any proof, Brionicle says, how can Dane blame Levi's old cat for the mess?
Because much like a forensic investigator, I used the clues that I had. I mean, you don't obviously catch them in the act every time, but in this case, I only have one animal that's small enough to create that spray pattern. It seemed fairly...
And we're not talking about spraying. She's a
It's from
female
a shake.
cat that's been
not that
spayed.
kind of spraying. I'm talking about shake and the spray
The
that
arc.
occurs, the splash out, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, when a pet shakes, it's going to
Well, and she's got those. She's a polydactyl, so she's got those big paws. So of course, her paws are as big as Callie's.
So much like a detective, I looked down and I saw those muddy paw prints, and guess what? 6 toes.
Yeah, there you go.
So-
That's a dead giveaway.
That's a giveaway. I'm pretty sure Callie's paws are not that small, but if they were, still would have to account for the extra toe.
Agreed.
Sam Taylor says, "What's up, my people? Last half of the day got rained out.
Sorry,
Hashtag bummer." Then Barry says, "See you in Long Island next Friday. FTWs are my favorite for Windows." Barry,
Yes.
that's absolutely awesome, and
That's what the
we are
acronym is
Can't
for.
wait to see you, Barry.
excited to see you as well. Russ Girberger says, "Hey guys, can EXO
Gribbeck?
V5 be applied on top of existing V4?"
Technically, yes,
I don't see any reason why.
but I would probably do a quick light polish
Yeah.
over the surface just to smooth out any damage or any light
Yeah.
scratching or marring
Throw
or
in some
anything.
of that fresh
Yeah,
V5.
let's smooth it all down because this is what it'll do is also smooth out the coating underneath. It'll either remove spots that have started to fail or were close, or it will just make it nice and smooth and level to then apply the next layer of coating. So,
Yeah.
JP, do you guys ever come to SoCal? Everyone here flocks to Detail Garage by Chemical Guys, but they just have no idea what's out there. You guys would blow the competition out of the water here. Thank you, JP. Jeff and I went to Southern California 7 years ago. And
For the Southern Detailers Conference.
The Deep Southern Detailers Conference.
we did a thing at open house at a 3D store. But we go to Monterey a couple years, but that's Northern California. So we
Also-
haven't actually gone down to the deep south.
And when we do the Monterey thing, we're just in that area.
We're just
not
in
going
Monterey.
and doing anything
Yeah.
else. when we talk about potentially making a trip out of that, we got to find a few places to stop by, but I'm sure we could come up with something. It would almost be like a road trippy kind of situation, but it could be cool. I mean, if we could find the right place to do it. Now, what you mean by come to SoCal is we open a store there, I'm not really saying we're doing anything like that. We have distributors
in
there.
the area. You can go to our website, look up wholesalers or distributors, and you can find any in the different states as well as all over the world.
Yeah, just on the distributors page of theragcompany.com. Okay, we got Tug.
Are you guys stocked with the newest iteration of O&R? Yes. I'm heading to Meridian for Memorial Day and could go for a stock up. Yeah, man, we've got it.
We got the goods.
We won't be here on Memorial Day.
No.
Just so you know, because we fly back Sunday night.
Yeah, so we'll be out. And next
but
up,
you can definitely come by. You can place an order online. You can come pick it up.
Like Saturday night.
We come back Sunday night.
Saturday night.
No, Sunday day. We come back Sunday day. We leave early Sunday morning. We come back. We land about 11:30 on Sunday here in Boise.
Gotcha. Oh, yes.
Take your word for it. Okay, so Anthony.
Says on your app.
Yes.
We got Craig Schwint.
What have you found works best for cleaning headliner without causing further damage? Chemical or brush? What do you got, Anthony?
Cleaning headliner without causing further damage. So I usually just use a towel, like a damp microfiber towel. Whenever I've brushed anything, it usually causes pilling, and if you introduce like water to that or any type of chemical to that, it usually causes it to pill more. I see some guys out there that are like going crazy with drill brushes on that surface, but it's just not something I want to risk, right? It's such a thin material, and that adhesive that's on the backside of that, you don't want that to separate, and you want to have a saggy headliner. So just a damp towel, not even a wet towel, just slightly damp with maybe warm O&R, and wring it out, and then just start wiping it down. That's usually my favorite thing. And anything that requires like a spot clean situation, I might spray a little bit of like a dedicated interior cleaner on that area and scrub that out as well.
All right. Then next up, I've got Basilisk here. All right, Basilisk saying, after applying diamond wheels, how long do you recommend waiting before giving the wheels their first wash?
I'd wait at least a month, 3 weeks to a month before you do that.
Mm-hmm. Seems reasonable.
Pulling this up so I can answer.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dane. Next question.
All right. So then I got Joey here watching Dane's 360 live stream on my TV. Looked like it was in the footwell of Michael Keaton's Batmobile. Yeah, sorry about that. It's a little weird if you're watching on a TV. I found it only really works if you're on a computer or a phone. If you try and watch on your TV, it looks disorienting, to say the least. Then I've got Carson Black. Tips on cleaning Alcantara. This comes up a lot, but really it's not like you have to do anything crazy for it. Just you got to be careful. That's all.
You missed one.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you missed David's Cervantes.
Oh, okay.
Go back.
Let me get back there.
All right, David Cervantes. I just want to know about the interior brush a bit more. What are the fibers made of and uses? So that's the new Detail Factory interior scrub brush. It's a lot softer than the tire brush, but same but different, right? It feels much softer. The fibers are a little more pliable, so it's going to be a little more delicate. Now, I have had really good luck using the Detail Factory tire brush on interior plastics as well, and leather. It's not going to damage them. It's not going to hurt them because of how pliable those fibers are. So either one, whether you go with the tire brush or you go with the interior brush, it's nice to have both because of the different grits, aggressive levels of aggressive, not grits, level of aggressiveness.
Sure.
So there you go. Carson Black saying tips on cleaning Alcantara.
Mm-hmm. We've got an Alcantara cleaner actually in our lineup.
We've got an Alcantara cleaner. We've got Polestar.
You can use O&R.
We've got O&R. You've got Diluted Express. You can even use. I would recommend at least 3 or 4 to 1.
Would you say a dabbing method is a safer way to go about it with a towel? That kind of thing.
Soak a towel in it and wring it out, and then you can wipe the Alcantara with it.
Yeah, you're not trying to grind it in there.
Key is more water, less soap.
Yeah. Otherwise, it'll be sunsing forever.
Yeah. Sheldon saying, my latest addiction are the sweets from Kinder. The Bueno Minis are so good. It truly is quite possibly the greatest chocolates.
Those cards, though. The
Kinder cards are just the right amount. Umberto, I hear your creepy stories of people touching your screens, and I feel really lucky. My 4 sons learned not to do that and still don't.
Count your blessings.
Umberto, you are a god among men.
Yeah, you're on another level, buddy.
Yeah, he taught 4 of his children not to touch screens. You know
That's
how long
crazy.
it is? I'm trying to teach 2 kids, and they still do it.
Yeah, no.
Still do it.
He managed 4. 4.
I don't know. What are you doing different, man?
All right. Next up. Okay, Yo Hurl. Talking about meat sticks. Okay, next up, we've got Jamie the Cleaner. More strangely flavored meat
strangely
sticks.
flavored meat sticks. Superado saying we'll have to abbreviate that awesome sounding snack as the JLDSSSCCMS there.
Just slips right off the tongue.
And then Alex Dewar says, God, I love Dane's Slim Jim story. It truly is really great.
Oh, it's a classic.
It's my favorite.
It's right up there with the, hey, Dane, could you grab me a Pepsi?
That was a good time, too.
Different road trip. Joey here. Oh, yeah. Jamie the Cleaner should really bring back the video intros with you singing. It really gets me hyped. Oh, man. I don't even remember those. You're going to have to remind us. Let's see. We've got Bmse from Super Auto 2K. And then Barry DeHart saying, can you use Rags to Riches as a paint prep since it does break down polishes and compounds?
I don't
know about that.
I don't feel like this is something you could do. I would try and I would use paint prep, especially the paint prep that you've bought and purchased or are using to wipe down that stuff. I don't like using Rags to Riches for that because it's too much of a detergent and not an actual, it's not a paint prep.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? David Cervantes says, Dane, is the deal still okay to get the East Coast Adventure sticker if I can get you that trim piece? Oh, I see, Dane. You're doing a little backdoor trading.
I mean, you gave me 2, so I might give him one of my 2. Mm-hmm. That would be my thoughtful move. But I would sacrifice one of mine if David managed to find something. But if not, it's okay. It's cool. Mm-hmm. All right.
Greg says, Greg Smith, need to swing into Columbus, Ohio. We have a Jax Wax headquarters here. And I get the Rag Company towels for the detail shop through Jax Wax since they are local. Fun fact, Jax Wax is the only place to get a red 365.
That's a good point.
That's true.
Special edition. Next up, Brilliant Detailing LLC. Will it just be you guys at Detailer's Domain or other brand ambassadors too? To answer that question,
we will have Keith from PNS. We will have Lars and Brian from Colorlock. The boys from KCX aren't arriving till Thursday night, so they won't be there. And we won't have Glenn from Swag Rides there. Duffy will be there, though, from Rupes, so he will be there. So you'll get Rupes, Rag Company, Colorlock, and PNS.
The majority of
everybody's going to be there for Friday.
The brand ambassadors are going to be there on Friday. That's like the biggest show.
So,
Dennis here, Dennis, hiding out in my corner and enjoying you three, putting another great podcast on. Thanks for all you do.
Thanks Dennis.
Kind, Dennis.
I went to lunch with Dennis yesterday. It was great.
I was going to say, how was it?
It was delicious. We had a good time.
Good.
Larry Singleton saying, sup, my dudes and dudettes. Can't hang, but wanted to stop in and say hola. Everybody have a great day and an upcoming weekend laters.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you,
I'm doing an Audi A3 this weekend.
Oh,
That's what I'm detailing.
Nice.
Tom Chiningo. Do you guys think you can get away with using one bottle of Diamond Body 36 on a 2015 Toyota Tundra? Or would I need 2 bottles? Thank you. 1 bottle will be fine.
Yep. You'll make it.
Yeah. Keep bringing those questions, guys. I notice I'm getting towards the top of page number 1.
Quality
you guys
touch.
must have questions.
Saying I always forget, but when it comes to iron removal, I want to do that after clean or before and with a wet surface or dry. So Quality Touch, you can do it whenever you want, whatever works best for you in your situation. So certain cars I would bring into my shop and I would spray iron remover on them when the car was dry. Other cars, I would spray it on after I just got the car wet. I would literally spray the surface with water. Other cars, I would spray my degreaser on first on the whole surface, let it sit. I would scrub my bugs and my lowers, and then I would rinse it off, and then I would soak it in iron remover, and then I would start working on the wheels and tires. But I was indoors, and so I was able to pull it into my shop, and I had a drain in the floor and all that kind of stuff. So it really just depends, but rule of thumb, wash the surface of the vehicle. That way you know at least all the dirt's off, all the areas are clean. Then do your iron decon, and you can clay while you have the iron decon on the surface, but give it time. Make your way around the vehicle, decon it. That way it starts bleeding. And basically all you're doing is knocking the heads off. And so what I find is if you do that, you do kind of have to go back around and reapply. So what I try to do is I'll clay first to knock heads off of the contaminants that are bonded and remove some of those, and then I'll go back over with the chemical. So I try to clay first, then do chemical. That makes sense. So,
Okay.
What do you think, Anthony?
Agreed.
There you go.
Short and sweet.
Barry says, what do you guys like better? O&R, absolute Anthony.
Picking your favorite child. Come on.
Different strokes for different folks, man. Depends on the day. I like them both.
Two different methodologies for reaching a similar point, which is trying to clean a vehicle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, use the one you like the smell of better. That's an easy way to go. It's not to say they're identical because they are actually quite different in how they do their business. But your goal is a clean car. You're going to get a clean car regardless of which one you use.
So, did you pick we got emails from Delta asking if we picked our meal for our flight.
I've not picked mine yet.
You didn't yet? There's only 3 options.
Well, I did. I got the salad.
Ooh, very nice,
Yeah,
Dane.
salad.
I thought you were
greens.
going to go for the spicy burger.
No.
I
want
also
the salad.
chose the salad.
Yeah.
Jimmy said he didn't get an email from him.
Well, that's not a good sign.
So Jimmy may not be eating on the plane with us.
He
may
might be
not
in
be.
coach.
Oh
no.
So, but there was a spicy burger, which I
Yeah.
thought was kind of strange to be eating on an airplane.
That is a strange
It was
offer.
very spicy.
Yeah.
Lots of spice.
It's just kind
So
of
perfect for
strange.
Anthony
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah. No.
Then there was
I
a
don't- I'm not-
impossible.
He loves that on a flight.
There was an impossible vegetarian burrito.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again,
Also an option.
very confused.
Yep.
And then that chicken salad, and I was like, oh, all right.
I'm going with
I'll
that one.
just go with the salad.
The salad.
Very
Yeah.
excited. What are you looking forward to most about getting on a flight? After
I don't
being
know.
just off of a flight.
I was just on one. I'm not.
Are you
really-
excited to get back? Because you flew first class Delta, then flew Southwest.
Correct.
You're going to fly back again, first class Delta.
Yes, I know that. It's definitely quite the shock, right?
Like if
Going
you have
on
to
that.
travel, it's a nice way to be.
It is. It is a very nice way to be. There's no denying that.
What are you most excited about back at the East Coast? What are you guys looking forward to most? We've got only people that have written a few
Exactly,
comments.
yeah.
We're 5 minutes
Yeah.
into text. Like
We're on the first page, so
Yeah.
we're buying a little bit of time while you guys come up with questions because the show exists because of you.
So what are the things that you're most excited? I'm excited to check out Phil's place again.
Yes.
See if anything's changed in the last 3 years. Hopefully he's going to have some donuts or something
right.
tasty.
Yeah.
Missed those donuts the last time.
Didn't he have there was some guy there who had like a really cool Porsche 911 Targa from like a pho place. Like the guy owned a pho place. He has like a bunch of friends who own like different restaurants and stuff who show up. I don't know. There's a lot of cool cars that show up at his place from time to time.
I'm excited about Partition.
Partition is my number one.
I think I'm most excited to go
thing.
back to the Partition
Yes.
and hang out.
I'm excited to do some grave rubbings.
Yeah, that's a good time.
I'm gonna go.
I'm ready to go over to Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy
Yeah.
Hollow.
See that weird
I'm
tree
gonna
again?
rub some graves. I even rob a couple, right?
That would be nice.
The way I see it, some of those graves are so old that they have to have something good in them,
Right. Something, at least a couple gold
Rubbin's
teeth.
racing.
Gold teeth, gold coins,
Rings.
whatever it may be.
It definitely won't haunt you when you go home. It
The
won't
Sleepy
follow
Hollow
you
graveyard
back.
is the oldest graveyard in the United States.
I don't know if that's true.
It is. It says it right on the front gate.
I
Do we
don't-
know that for a
Levi, I
fact?
don't
Yep.
know if that
It says it right on the
Sometimes
front.
you say these things, and I go,
It says it right there. As a historian,
"Can you look that up and just type in the oldest graveyard in the United States?"
I mean, I believe.
Because I know it's not that.
Let's be real. There are definitely Native American graveyards that go back way before
well,
that.
yeah, but I'm talking about like a traditional
But
graveyard.
yeah, for like a burial ground kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oldest graveyard
Okay, well, he's doing that.
in the
I'm going to pull up Mario here.
USA.
Mario Santana, thoughts on using new Rupa's wool pad with Uno Advance Pro on a white Tesla
Okay.
with medium
So
to
it says the
minor
Miles
defects.
Standish Cemetery in Duxbury, Massachusetts.
Okay,
Way
I knew it was
off.
going to be East
You're
Coast,
way
but,
off.
yeah.
So
that's,
Literally
uh,
nowhere near
up
Sleepy
with the
Hollow.
mass.
The other one is the New Haven, Connecticut burial ground, opened in 1796.
Yeah.
Oldest cemetery and designed as a city of the dead with named avenues and cross. We should go up there.
That sounds
cool.
kind of cool to visit, actually.
Lots of great ones. This is nice.
Lots of grave ones.
Yeah.
Well, I would say probably one of my my favorite parts about the East Coast, which I don't think we'll be making a trip by there, unfortunately. I really love what's it called, the Colonial Williamsburg.
Oh,
I wish
Colonial
we could've gone back
We
there.
went there by accident.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? That was
a
a
good time.
great detour. I love that.
I loved Colonial Williamsburg.
I wanted to see you churn some butter.
Well, I love.
Excited to see
He was
that.
ready for it.
I
just-
love that
yeah.
we pull up in this parking lot on like a very misty day where
Very
visibility
foggy,
was a little
misty, yeah.
low, and we get out of this car just to try to find a bathroom. We thought it was a
Where's
rest
the-
stop, and we start walking out. and We go,
Wait a
We go,
second.
what year is it?
It's like a theme park
Did
almost.
we just go
but
back in time and
We
like
try on some
like I
tri-corner hats.
said,
Tricorner
there was-
hats, muskets,
There
all
was
the
people
good
walking
stuff.
around with muskets and walking sticks, and there was a woman churning butter, and we're like, "This is insane!" And
Wow.
then we found out that it was actually a place.
It's like a
and-
resort
Yeah,
almost.
you called your mom, and she's like, "I went there.
I went
in
there
high
as a
school."
kid, and it's
In
like,
her
what?
elementary school. And we're like, what?
Yeah,
Somehow we just wound up there by
Fascinating.
accident when we just pulled off a random spot off the road. So very
Dude,
cool.
it's crazy.
That's why we love our East Coast adventure. Don't know what'll happen.
Yeah, so we'll probably go wander around Sleepy Hollow,
yeah.
go to the cemetery, say what's up,
Yeah.
Touch a few graves.
Yeah.
Just
go
Maybe
to
that's
Paramus
just you.
Mall.
good
Oh,
vibes.
yeah.
Excited about that.
See how alive or dead that place
Oh,
is.
We
man.
can swing by the Bada Bing too. Get
Yeah.
a picture of ourselves out in front of it.
Oh,
Load up samples at Sephora
Oh yeah, we're definitely stocking up on cologne
Yeah.
samples at Sephora.
for sure.
That's a
Thank you,
tradition.
Morgan, for teaching us that life.
No,
hack.
I'm the one that taught you.
Oh,
guys how
darn
to
it,
do
you
that.
did. Oh, okay. No, thanks, Morgan. Sorry.
It was me. I said that. We had to go there because Morgan needed some makeup.
Right. That's why we
And
went
I
this,
said,
'cause she
hey, did you
needed
guys
it.
know you could do this?
They tried to tell us. They said, "Sir, it's limited to 3 samples a person." I said, "Don't tell me how to live my life."
He's
I don't
like,
think
but
they
sir,
do.
this is
I
our
don't think
store, not
Sephora
yours.
does it anymore.
I don't think they can. I think after COVID,
Whoops.
I think they
No,
stopped
I
doing
don't
it for
think they do.
sanitary reasons.
Yeah.
Even though majority of cologne is just alcohol anyway, so
Yeah,
kill off
mostly.
that bacteria.
And water.
Mario Santana saying thoughts on using the new Rupes wool pad with Uno Advanced Pro on a white Tesla with medium to minor defects. Yellow, yeah, no problem. Go for it. Blue, you might be careful. Just watch out.
Yeah.
Sam Taylor, our G-Technic C2 and Defender, comparable products in terms of durability and other performance factors. Defender's a little easier wipe on, wipe off. It's not as sticky as C2V3, but C2V3 and Defender, I would say, are probably about equal in terms of durability.
Yeah. What you're aiming for with
Yeah.
it. Hans with the helpful answer.
Polestar 10-1 is great to clean Alcantara with a brush like the Color Lock brush. There you go.
Okay.
10-1. Ashray saying, "Hey guys, great to see Anthony back."
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate that, man. It feels good to be back here, right? Answering questions, hanging out, having fun. JP
Glad to have
says,
you here.
I love this.
Oh no.
He's got a first date with
Oh,
a
no.
chick scenario.
All right, here we go.
All right, says, would you tell her to open and close the door by the handle, or do you think you would sound like a nut and
we're doing
just save
this,
it
huh?
for the second
Date.
link?
I think second date.
Man,
So
that's a great question.
opening the door by the handle, inside or outside?
Open and close the door, probably outside.
I'm assuming she's getting out and then she's going to shut the door.
With the handle.
And he's like, "Please use the handle."
Is the handle body colored or is it chrome or what kind of finish
She's going
does
to
it
think
have?
you're crazy.
So,
Yeah.
oh man, you
Yeah.
could try to open the door for her.
Yeah, I would try and open the door, especially if it's a first date. It's usually what you're
It's
going to
just
do
a little
anyway.
extra chivalrous touch
Yeah,
you can
right.
do.
Mhm.
Also, if you're going to do the open and close, I like to use the trim right below the window but above the door. Like hold that as the area so you don't leave fingerprints on the door. It's a move.
Again,
You can do that.
Augie's hands are always covered in peanut butter, and I washed
Why
Carly's
is
car
that?
this last weekend, and his door handle, because my kids always sit in there, like Hadley's rear passenger, Augie's rear driver, which is where they sit
Yeah.
in every vehicle that we own. Augie's door handle, so sticky.
It just
Felt like it was covered in Elmer's glue and rubber cement.
That's so not
I was
pure.
washing it off, and I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, I don't
I ended
like
up
that.
getting some forced out to spray the door handle itself.
you needed force to do
Yeah,
that.
and then I got body brush. Got the green body brush, dunked it in the soap to
Oh my
scrub
God.
around
That's some
it.
overkill, dude.
And then I washed it because it was that bad. Wow. So anyway, again,
Yikes.
if she's got greasy, dirty hands, then yeah, I'd probably do it yourself. But maybe don't tell her, please use the door handle.
Yeah,
'Cause
but maybe don't lead the
can't-
day with,
you
hey,
can't
do you have
do that.
greasy hands?
you can't say that.
No, you can't.
She's going to
You-
think you're crazy, man.
Yeah, you just have to figure it out subtly.
What'd you do, Anthony, with Katie? Took her out on a first date.
So
Take her on a motorcycle so you don't have to
I
worry
don't-
about doors.
I mean, I remember. Yeah, I took her on a motorcycle on our first date. But I think the second date, I did take her in my car. We did go to Bogus Basin. I told her, I said, hey, I just told her, the second day, I said, hey, I'm kind of weird about my car. And she goes, that's cool. Like, I get it, whatever.
We'll say
and she thought she got it.
And I don't think she knew the extent, but I think she knew that I cared about my car enough to just be respectful, right? Where, back in the day, there's been a couple other dates I had where, I had one chick slam my door once. And I go, please don't slam my door ever again. And I said that very, assertively, right? Then she punched me in the arm and said, that's not funny. You're such a joker. And I said, that really hurt where you punched me in the arm. And,
so that's 2 strikes.
And that was it, man. And I was like, there's no
second
not
date
my
there.
type. But no, I think if you can at least say like, hey, I care about my car without being weird or just being quick enough to where they don't notice the craziness, I think you're golden.
Okay.
Yeah.
You come out with like paper towels.
I
Like,
don't care.
no.
I just slam.
Here's
At
the
the
thing.
time, I had old vehicles, so Carly just slammed the doors.
Oh, I would hate that. I would have
Well,
broken
no,
up
you
with her.
had to. It's like when you guys were trying to shut the door on the truck.
Oh,
and
right.
you were like,
There's
so
a
it's
way.
not closing. It's not closing. I go, you just slam it. It's
No.
metal.
It would have been I just did a nice assertive close to it.
No, it
Not
needed to be
slam.
slammed. You're in
I
a
hate
68
that.
Cadillac Coupe de Ville.
Yeah.
You're not closing that door gently. You're slamming that door.
Like
the door
my-
weighs like 85 pounds.
My 60 Thunderbird needed a firm
Yeah.
push to really make that happen. It wasn't happening otherwise.
No, I don't like that at all.
Modern cars, though, you
Now,
get a
the other
soft close, you
thing-
just get it there and...
Other thing, JP, you want to keep in mind, right? Do a bejeweling check, right?
Ooh.
Like, so for example, when you see her for the first time, whatever it is, do a quick glaze over, right? Obviously, don't be too obvious about it.
Bejeweling, and
What
then he
is
says,
that?
do a quick glaze over. Does he mean a quick gaze over?
Bejeweled
No,
and
it's-
glazed.
I'm saying the correct words.
Very
There's a lot
So,
happening.
you need to do a de-bejeweling
So-
step. So you need to see
bejeweling.
are those jeans bejeweled, right?
Bedazzled.
Bedazzled.
It's bedazzled,
Oh
not
my
bejeweled.
Some of these bedazzlings. Okay, these bedazzlings are the size of jewels. So that's why I'm saying this.
Just going to slide under your nice leather seat
No.
and...
No, you need to verify how big those rhinestones are, right? Because at least back when I was younger, right, that was the thing, right? Having bedazzled pants, bejeweled pants that have giant rhinestones on them. And I look at that and I go, that's going to cut up some Alcantara.
Correct. Yeah.
That's going to cut up some leather, right?
Yeah.
Don't want that in the
You know
car.
what you're doing a pinch in that situation? Oh, go ahead.
Check out the belts, right? The belts are
Yeah, you
another
put a
big
piece of
thing,
cardboard
right?
down.
You never know what kind
Or
of
they slide
diamonds are going to be cut
Say
through
bath
leather
towel.
with those
Throw
belts.
it on the seat.
Last thing you want to check,
a good
right?
idea, too.
Bejeweling step, right? Is
Not
a
this
deep
again.
bejeweling step. You want to check those fingers, man, right? You can make it look like, hey, I'm looking for, the ring would look good on those fingers, right? Like, kind of insinuate that you're just looking at her hands,
Here, I'm
right?
going to do a palm
But
reading.
if you see too many rings on her, that's a problem, right? What are those rings going to do? They're going to scratch things, right? So maybe it'd be nice to have like a little saucer in the car to where you say, please, all jewelry comes off.
What are you, the TSA?
You pull out one of those TSA
Oh,
trays.
my God.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Put all
it's
your
just-
keys and wallet in
It
here,
just,
please.
it just
before you
looks like a
enter the
little
vehicle.
Panama hat upside down
Yeah.
that you just put your stuff in.
Yeah. Please remove all bejeweled and bedazzled, bejeweled and bedazzled
Bejeweled and
things.
glazed things.
Yeah, and glazed things, right? And please put it into this bench. Like, but my pants, and you go.
This also includes encrusted items.
Yeah, say I didn't make the rules, lady. This is just how my car works.
Frank L. saying, have you all tried the reactive rust product from Koch? Did it smell a little less terrible for an iron remover? Thanks, my dudes. I haven't sprayed reactive rust yet.
I have.
Did
I mean,
you?
it's not bad. It's tolerable. It's not as bad as some others. I
There
will
you go.
say that.
So it's better, slightly better smell-wise.
Yeah, I mean,
But it's what you
if you
expect.
can handle Magic Wheel Cleaner, you can handle
Okay.
Triple R.
Okay.
Joey Belinsky says, I'm 100% positive he's not singing, but that's my head canon.
Can't stop me now.
Okay,
Can't
gotcha.
Stop me now.
All right. Howdy from Simon Birch. Being sick doesn't
Aw.
stop me from dropping by.
Oh,
Simon Birch, I'm excited to know that
The
you
birch has landed,
We
man.
appreciate
popped in
you.
to say hello.
Even when
Appreciate it.
sick.
Superado saying best media for gloss black wheels, faces, and barrels. Some say never use brushes. Some say soft flag tip nylon brush is fine. Similar debate between barrel brush materials as well. Superado, our green body brush, totally fine for that stuff. I use it on mine all the time. It's great, no problem. Had no issues. Our Detail Factory wheel brush, same thing. Totally fine. Works for all that stuff. So both of them work just fine. Mm-hmm. Craig, Levi, when you had your shop, is there something you noticed that set you apart from other shops and made clients come back? I had loaner cars. I had 2 loaner cars at my shop, and that made all the difference in the world because if a customer called, my prices were higher than most other detail shops, and they would say that. They would go, oh, I called 3 other shops, and you're the highest price there is. And I said, I also have 2 loaner cars available, and we'll give you a free loaner car for the day when you drop your car off. You can take one of these. And they go, oh, nobody else had that. I will do that. I will sign up with you. And so having the loaner cars allowed me to charge more. But it also set me 100% apart from the rest of my competition because I was the only one that provided a loaner vehicle.
So it vastly outweighed the expense of just having an extra
and I didn't buy expensive cars. I just bought them and cleaned them up. Like at one point I had a Tahoe and a Suburban, and I was looking at getting rid of, before I started working at the rag company, I was looking at getting rid of them to buy a couple Buick LeSabres. Because you could pick up Buick LeSabres with less than 100,000 miles. They were owned by old
grandma
people.
cars.
But they were owned by old people.
Yeah.
They were always in great shape. That or Grand Marquis. I had a Grand Marquis as a loaner car. You could clean them, detail them, tint the windows, and they were comfortable. They had AC.
Yeah.
They were nice to drive. They were always in really good shape. So we would detail and coat and all that. And my game plan was to get a couple of those as my loaners because they were so simple and easy. I mean, you're buying a car for $3 or $4,000.
The Grand Marquis
Clean it
specifically,
up.
because the Crown Vic and the Lincoln Town Car shared the same Panther platform, but the Grand Marquis was a publicly sold one. It was not ever really used as a livery car the way the others were. So that's why you found almost exclusively nice examples of Grand Marquis, because the only people who bought them were people who were just like, this is my rest of my life car.
So that's something, if you do have a busy shop or something, I would recommend looking at adding a couple loaner cars. You don't need a lot, but if you're looking at like 2 loaner cars and you're getting, and you're buying in that $3,000-$4,000 range, if you're buying like the Grand Marquis or those Buick LeSabre or Buick Park Avenues, those were the Park Avenue or a LeSabre. Both of those will run forever.
The Century tended to be owned more by college kids.
Yeah, the Century you didn't worry about, but
cheaper.
Those ones you could pick them up for under 100,000 miles on them, and you could buy them for less than $5,000. Yeah. And they literally are bulletproof cars that would run forever. You tint the windows, you polish them out. The paint on both vehicles is usually extremely high quality. Buick put a lot of money into their finishes, and so Buicks hold up over time. And so.
But people just don't want them because they're just an ugly, sexy car or anything.
But
it's just,
as a loaner car, it's perfect. The people are literally just driving it to their place of work to drop it off, like to get to work. And then they usually park in a parking garage or somewhere, and they go in and do their day, and then they get back in the car, and they drive it back to your shop. And that's it.
Clears every speed bump, handles whatever you throw at it, it's fine.
Yeah, and I just had them registered, and then I would I had a piece of paper. I would take a photocopy of their driver's license when they showed up, and I would get all their information, name, address, phone number, email address, all that stuff. And then the cars were just registered to the shop and the insurance was registered to the shop. And that was all my insurance company asked for if I was going to be doing that type of loaner thing. And then I'd just look them over. I'd look the car over when it came back, so I always knew what was up. And before I left, I'd walk the car with them and go, everything's good to go. Have a good day. Yeah. Just so you know, you're responsible for any damage.
Yeah.
So, JP, can't count how many times I had girls lean up against my car and I look like that meme where the kid's in class and his veins are popping out, but I'm just trying to keep my cool.
So here's the bright side, JP. Yeah, there's something good going for you right now. You have girls leaning up against your cars. Some people would kill for that, right? So, I mean, depending on how you look at it, right? That could be a cool thing, right? You just want to hope that their pants aren't bejeweled, bedazzled.
And we're back.
David Cervantes says, Dane, I have one more shop to ask.
That's super cool. David, you really don't have to do it, but I really appreciate it, so thank you.
All right, so we're going to get one more question here from Ryan. Says, Good afternoon, happy Friday Eve. Dave from PNS gave an IDA great presentation on dressings earlier today. Good stuff.
Yeah, I had it scheduled. I was going to catch in and jump in, but I had too much stuff going on and I didn't get to listen to it. But yeah, I was very excited to hear. I'm going to catch the I'll catch it tomorrow and listen to it in my headphones or something. So
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are going to go to a quick break. Dane is going to be taking off. He's going to be leaving for the day.
Yeah.
Again, facial reconstruction surgery. I'm hoping it goes pretty well.
Yeah, this thing's busted.
Levi's going to take hold of the iPad here.
I've got one note before we go. It relates to a question I saw pop up, and I don't think you guys are going to be able to answer it, so I'm just going to answer it right now. There was a question from somebody a little later on going, hey, the super like and the chat, extra features don't seem to be working. I can't do like a paid super chat or whatever. That's because we're on the Rag Company podcast YouTube channel. It's our smaller channel, so it doesn't have enough subscribers yet to be eligible for the monetized services and things like that.
I thought you set up the super chat. You forgot to set up the super chat on this channel.
No, I did not forget to set it up. It doesn't allow for it now.
Oh,
it doesn't
allow
just
for changed it?
No, it worked on the other one because we have over 70,000 subscribers. That's fine. But on this channel, we're only about 2 or 3. So
we checked, and it said that you hadn't. And you had.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
There's a box that said Dane hasn't set this yet. And
the point.
Said, that makes sense.
Point is, it's not set up yet.
It's not set up yet.
YouTube won't let you. So we need more subscribers, is what I'm saying. I'm being very blunt. We need more subscribers
your bait
in order
to get more
allow.
subscribers?
No, I'm
all you have
dead
to do is
serious.
go hit the button, Dane.
I am
Just hit
dead
the button.
serious. There is no button.
Yeah,
it's grayed out until we have enough people
chats.
to justify it. So anyway, that's all I'm trying to do. Just putting it out there.
Long story short, not set up.
Help us out.
It'll be set up soon.
As long as you guys keep following us and subscribing, maybe one day we'll be able to allow that feature again when YouTube says we're allowed to. So,
all right, so we're going to go a quick break,
bumping.
and we'll see you guys here in just a few.
All right,
see you in a sec.
Holy cow! Wow! Dane, that was amazing! Dane, I didn't know you could do any of that stuff. Neither did I. Wow! Well, now that you're an actual bartender, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe whip us up some extra cocktails.
Oh yeah!
Dane, do it! I mean, it's my first day, but let me see what I can whip up. Nice. Oh! I can't believe it. What? Jeez, Dane! What? Oh my God! Dane! For being your first day, it's pretty amazing. Looking for feedback. Let me know what you think. Oh my God. Stuff smells amazing. Good, all right.
Well, Levi, Dane, cheers, man.
Cheers. Nice.
Bottoms up.
Thanks, Dane. Oh my God. God, why are you spitting my drink up? I worked hard on that. What is in it? Is that polymers?
My mouth is encapsulating.
Why would you even know what polymers taste like?
Tastes like chemicals. Did you feed us chemicals?
What did you put in this? I made you a nice drink. Oh. These are supposed to be. Oh, guys, that's my car. What? You hit my car. God, guys, if you didn't want the drinks, you could have just given them back to me or something.
Dane.
Are you seeing that shine over there? On the car.
Oh my God. Dane, what did you put in that stuff?
What, in your drinks?
Yeah.
Some water and some Absolute.
Absolute vodka?
No? PNS Double Black Absolute Rinseless. What? Wait a minute. Are you trying to poison us?
Dane! Did you just make us drink rinseless water?
No, definitely didn't do that.
Absolute Rinseless Wash is not for oral or suppository consumption.
Looks pretty good.
It does, however, leave a hell of a clean and smooth surface on your vehicle.
Wow.
PNS Absolute Rinseless Wash. Mix responsibly.
Is that something? I mean, it's pretty good. I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm kind of liking this.
Yeah.
So just don't drink it.
No.
Yeah, let's make sure we don't drink it for the future.
But do put it on cars.
Yeah, it's good. It's for cars.
Put it on a car. Okay.
Not inside yet. All right, guys, we need to come up with the best commercial for our friends at Home to Sweets. So
What ideas do you got?
Ooh, I have one. Okay.
All right.
Picture this. Drone shot. 3/4 angle.
Yeah.
Home to Suites sign.
Yes.
And the large parking garage that puts you out right next to your room.
We cannot do that. For the last time, Glenn, you're an unlicensed operator, and we can't fly in Class C airspace.
Skill.
Yeah, that is a problem. Okay, pivot.
The general store.
Yeah.
Right, that's something. They have chips, ice cream, souvenirs, whatever you need.
Excuse me, sir. You still have to pay for those. Sir, hey, get back here.
How would you say the breakfast is there?
Delicious. Yeah, now we're talking.
Yeah.
I like it. But I also want to highlight the rooms.
Oh, of course.
One of the most important parts. The beds are huge. You have an area for your laptop so you can type some things up. But also, one of my favorite parts are hands down the bathrooms.
Gum, sir?
Don't mind if I do.
Cologne?
Yes, please.
So, Anthony, I don't know how to tell you this, but there are no bathroom attendants at the Home to Suites.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, all right. I can agree on that, right? But the cologne can stay.
Maybe if you packed it in your bag.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But that's besides the point, right? The Home to Suites is right next to a Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's offers a wide variety of fine meats, cheeses, and wine for a romantic night out.
I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Make use of that kitchenette.
Of course, that's genius.
Ooh, what about the pool?
Yeah, the pool.
And of course, after a long, hard day, it's always nice to be able to relax in the pool. I don't really know how to swim, but this is just as relaxing.
Sir, the pool is only 4 feet deep.
Yeah, me and bodies of water don't really get along too well. Also, they have a gym. You know, we all know how hard it is to stay in shape, and you know, when you're on the road, you're eating those dinners.
But look, I think that we can all agree the Home Suites is a very nice place.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's also very welcoming. It's got a great staff. They're always available to help you.
Good vibes, good
And
vibes.
it's right in the heart of downtown.
It's also good vibes.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you guys knew this, they were rated #1 hotel in Boise by TripAdvisor.
Oh, that's very prestigious.
Pretty amazing, right?
That's great. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back. It's just me and Anthony. We don't have Dane here. Like we said, facial reconstruction surgery. Some of the versions we've talked about was either a Stallone-like chin or Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see which one he comes up with.
Yeah, I'm just hoping it's like not like a Jonah Hill.
Okay. Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Not that, I mean, Jonah Hill gets enough crap as is. I feel bad. I shouldn't have said maybe
He's losing
Jonah
a lot
Hill.
of weight, looking good.
He's looking great.
Looking trim.
He's looking
Looking
great.
fit.
I don't know. I could kind of see Dane maybe going for like a De Niro.
Oh, I like that.
You know, get a couple moles going on and enjoying the good life. So
I can see that.
Welcome back to the second half of the Q&A where things get kind of weird. They get kind of fun, and we like to go off on more unique tangents.
More
now,
unique.
we're about 30 minutes behind, so this should be perfect right here. So glossy bear detailing, Levi. You have to send.
Oh.
You have to send. No, you have to send out
I
the
gotta
things.
send it. There we go.
Says Levi, I'm really excited to hear about your future tint endeavors. I'm messing around with tint on my old Tundra, and we're on the same learning adventure.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited to be on that with Glossy Bear. Yeah, it's very exciting and enlightening. Didn't think it was this hard. It's very hard. So some of the tint in the corners of the Suburban already starting to peel.
No.
So I either didn't clean the area well enough.
Did you roll down the window?
Yeah.
You're never supposed to do that.
No, I waited like 24 hours.
You should wait longer than that.
Probably. But point is,
for an amateur tint specialist, you probably should be waiting like a week.
If I do that for some people, I'm going to have to make them wait like a week.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, got that done.
Shelby B says, thanks, guys. It's a newer backflip tonneau. I'll try over the top. And then we've got, from here, we're moving on to David Cervantes that says, does Pit Stop have anti-static properties like paint gloss, like all the uses of paint gloss, but prefer Pit Stop? I believe so. I believe it's a relatively similar formula, but it was supposed to be maybe more friendly with plastics and vinyl, from what I remember. Because of UTVs and other off-road vehicles.
Yeah.
Brett G says, how many slop dogs do I need to bring you guys for one of those East Coast stickers? So Brett, here's the deal.
Brett's local. That's why he's saying he can bring us some slop dogs.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say there's a set number. But it's more or less like, what's the quality of these dogs? What are we working with?
We're working with some ballpark beef franks.
How sloppy are they? And what's the likelihood that you're going to be able to get to have Dane eat one of those things, considering his fear of loose meat?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see.
There is no limit.
Brett, I'm going to set one aside for you.
You can't.
Just in case you show up with those slop dogs. I'm going to hide it. I'll hide it. You won't know that it's gone.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
So you can't do it because Carson Black may show up as well and say, hey.
If Carson Black's got some slop dogs.
More slop dogs
than Brett is bringing. You never know.
Maybe we can have like a slop dog off.
Slop dog off. That could work.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where maybe like.
Winner gets a sticker.
Brett brings Manwich, like flavored slop dogs, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say Carson brings like Kroger.
Right.
You know, just a kind of more
or
of a basic.
Walmart great value.
Great value slop dog mix that still is bussing. On God, no cap, right? But who knows? We'll have to see what happens. Here we go. We got Demo says, ceramic coated my new AC unit plus 25-year-old unit today. New unit replaced a 29-year-old train. Plan on redoing them every year.
Very nice, Demo.
Yeah, go for it,
That's what I did. You spend about $5,000 on an AC unit. You might as well coat it, right?
Yeah.
That's what you need to do. Keith Jackson saying that, happy Friday Eve, gents. I missed way too many live sessions of late. Missed you guys. Thank you, man. We appreciate it. My guy Kirby says a loading for job, but what ratio do you use in a steamer? Absolute distilled water. Same. That's a Sirius XM calling me.
256 to 1.
256 to 1, man. Like I say, what I like doing is I'll take a gallon of distilled that is just for my steamer.
Yeah,
and I just pour a cap full in the steamer or in the gallon.
Shake it up.
And then shake it up, and then I just leave it. And then that's what I pull to fill up my steamer with.
Your steam mix is what that is.
Easy.
Here we go. We got Josh McKay says, hey guys, can you tell me the process to reset satin black wheels? I have to put on spray and rinse protection, and I can't seem to get off the underlying brake dust.
So Josh, you're going to need to get some Magic Wheel Cleaner.
Magic Wheel Cleaner would probably be the way to do it.
Yeah, or Huel, or iron remover, any of the iron removers, Ferrex, any type of iron remover wheel cleaner. You're going to want to clean and scrub as much as you can. You may have to do it a couple different times.
I really do think that Magic Wheels would be able to get that relatively reset. But there's certain satin blacks that
they just don't.
They're just tough, and they just don't come back.
So here's the other way. If you're okay with this, and this is a look you like, this is an old school trick that we used to do back in the day. Get yourself a bottle of dynamic dressing, ready to use. When you spray the tires with it, just spray the wheels after you've cleaned them. Let it sit. This is the key. You got to let it sit for at least an hour or two. Then take a dry towel, dry microfiber, creature or something. Wipe the wheel. You don't have to put any cleaner on it. You don't have to put more dressing. It's just a dry towel. You're going to knock down the dressing. But what that dressing is going to do is it's going to hydrate some of that powder coat, and it's going to give you that nice matte finish again in a number of spots where it maybe has fallen off or disappeared. It's just going to deepen it up, but it'll give you a nice finished look that you can go, okay, cool, my wheels look really good. Yeah. Short of that, if you get another set of matte black wheels, please coat them. Coat them, take care of them, and then you'll have that.
Glossyberry Detailing says, who did the design of the GTA poster? A man, that's killer. I'd love to have one in my garage. So that was Nate at theragcompany.com.
Yeah, we got a lot of people asking for
created that. I wonder if there's a way that maybe we could do a digital print, right? What are those called? Those NFTs?
Yeah.
Like an NFT, sell it on our website, you get the
idea.
digital print. It's worth some money. Frank L says, we have some leftover headlight coating from PNS. Can I use that on other plastics, maybe the engine bay? I believe so.
I think you could.
Yeah. David Boyce says, good news, people. Forensic Detailed Channel showed these Lucilian brushes for $2 from AliExpress. I combined PNX Express and I clean headliner, steering wheel, and Alcantara. Win-win.
Okay.
I haven't seen them. I don't know what that is.
What kind of brush that is.
David Cervantes says, is the move for PNS to replace all the point sprayers because the new ones rock? Yes. That is the goal.
Michael Chai, good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm curious about the differences between paint gloss and Epic. I have both products, but for me, I'm seeing a big difference in the finish of paint gloss. Thoughts? Epic has more cleaning ability. That's what it's for. It's designed to encapsulate and emulsify, where paint gloss is mostly used to reduce, create lubrication to remove light dust.
Yeah.
And some anti-static. So they're two completely chemically different products. So
yeah. Sheldon says, hey, Levi, love the analogy you used on the color lock line. Really helped me understand that lineup comparing to the PNS lineup. Thank a bunch.
Oh, you're welcome, Sheldon.
No problem, Sheldon. Craig Schwent. Since you guys are talking about flying, I used to be a flight attendant, and now it has made me hate being a passenger. LOL.
I could see that, Craig, because you want to get up and get your own snacks. Maybe you want to go up and make some announcements. Right?
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe you want to go, you're on a transcontinental or transatlantic flight. You want to go, you found out that they've got beds on the plane.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to go take a nap.
Maybe I do. Right?
So I could see that. I could be like, oh man, it's I got to do more stuff. Maybe get an unending supply of snacks.
Or maybe he just looks at the other flight attendants, their work, and he goes, hey, I could do it better than you.
True.
Right?
That could be it too.
Like, where are you? I'm wanting my drink, and they're nowhere near fast enough.
Yeah, it was like me back in the old days. I remember going to the Regal, back in the day, and watching the kids like on a busy night, watching how bad they suffered at trying to get popcorn and sodas made, and I going, I could do so much better. I could run circles.
Craig, what you need to do on the next flight is you just need to look at one of the flight attendants straight in the eyes and just tell them that, say, I know more than you, and just say that to them and see what happens.
Good idea.
You guys should tour South Florida after MTE 2024. Josh, we've
done that.
We've been banned from MTE, unfortunately, for having too much fun. Levi, and Dane don't typically get to go anymore, but...
Well, I got to go this year.
But, I didn't get to go.
Yeah. You guys have too much fun.
We have too much fun, apparently. Sheldon Klassen says, you also talked about protection, but I don't see that on the website. Do you guys have it or just out of stock?
So you're talking about color lock protector. So,
nap time. Am I right?
That's right. So, Sheldon Protector, the problem that we have is that I changed some of the names for the Rag Company editions of Color Lock products to make them much easier for people to understand. So Shield became Sealant, Protector became Conditioner. There's all these variations that we changed just to make it easier to understand. So if you're looking for Protector, it's actually Color Lock's Conditioner. So when I asked him what it does, he said it protects from UV, but it conditions the leather. And I said, then why don't we just call it Conditioner? So on the Rag Company editions of stuff, that's what. Shield, he said, provides a sealant for the leather, and I said, then we'll call it leather sealant. So that was just us trying to make it easier for everybody. So Simon, have you tried out the new XO V5?
I have, yes.
Anthony tested it. We got one of the first batches a few years ago to do some beta testing with it. So,
had a couple changes since then, but I've used it recently, and it's a fantastic product. Again, like they just improved it in almost every single way. So, a great topper or a great standalone product. Barry says, I'm always looking for a good finishing polish. What do you guys suggest? I'm a big fan of Hyper Polish from Optimum. I'm a big fan of Microcut from Kosh Chemie. And I also just like the DA Fine from Rupes. I mean, all those can finish extremely well. You can pick up there's a Rennie Doyle jeweling polish.
Mm-hmm. And not a bejeweling polish.
I mean, it could be a bejeweling polish, depending on how you look at it. And then we have Joey. It says, Anthony, did you purchase the anti-moist goods yet? Joey, unfortunately, I haven't, because I didn't think it would get here in time before I leave. But what I will say is I will prepare my entire body before this East Coast trip. And I know Levi will do the same, so we are more aerodynamic when we are making our way
through the airport.
Long Island Detail Supply says about 20 minutes from our store.
I don't know what that means.
Who knows?
Gary, I don't know what that means.
Sheldon says, does anyone have any recommendations for a good mini split for my garage? I really need some AC in the hot, humid central Missouri here.
Check out Mr. Cool. They have DIY kits that you can put in a mini split in your garage.
Oh, go get. Have you seen those on those ads? The what are they? It's like a cooler, but it's like an AC, like a portable AC cooler. You know, it's like for like the beach and stuff, right?
Yeah,
you get like 5 of those bad boys.
Just put some misters up in your garage.
Yeah, it'll be like
everything.
Well, it's just as bad as a swamp cooler, right? Like swamp coolers are the worst.
That was the hard part, was having a swamp cooler. We always thought you buy one for the shop and you're like, oh, it's going to be nice and cool this place down. It just made it worse.
It just makes it really wet.
Makes it super humid. Nothing works. Nothing dries. Windows don't dry. Nothing dries. So I have just a little window mount air conditioner. Do you have a window in your garage? Side of your house?
I don't know.
No, I was going to say you could just stick a window mount AC unit in there. You still could. You can cut a hole in the wall.
I could.
Just use your Sawzall.
Yep. Oh, I could get through that in just a few minutes.
We just make sure there's no electricity.
Yeah.
There.
Here we go. We got Brilliant Detailing says, you should make a special trip to New Haven and go to Louis' Lunch, where the cheeseburger was invented, and the New Haven pizza.
Maybe that's what Gary says is 20 minutes from their store. That'd be pretty rad.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's a good point. We'll take a look at that. I'd love to go to Louis' Lunch. Little details. Recommendations to remove sunbake dog drool on new leather. I've got a client with a new Grand Wagoneer, and they have cane Corsos. I use Colorlock's mild and strong leather cleaners. Could it be damaged? Yes. Dog drool is extremely acidic, and it can burn. I would reach out to Colorlock. I would email them. I would send pictures, and I would ask them what they can do. But I will say,
that dog drool really
messes it up.
It'll mess you up. Craig Schwent says, just order the last cut. Can't wait to try it. Hopefully I can stop searching for the right compound and polish. It'll work on RV, marine, and aircraft wheels. Yes to all those things, Craig, and I think that this product will in fact change your life. Joey Belinsky says, I ask my wife weekly not to slam my door. Joey, she should know better than that. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't even have to ask anymore. Hence why my wife doesn't even touch my cars.
Yeah,
she knows better. I say that the nicest way. David Cervantes says, also, Anthony, we need to talk music either here or in private. I just listened to the episode with Trish. I have a couple of bands to recommend. So, David, I would say that music recommendation in the Trish episode wasn't like something that I'm like, this is what I really listened to. It was more or less like, hey, this is what I thought of off the top of my head. And,
so what's fun?
Trivium Trish.
So here's what's fun.
Yeah.
Amon Amarth is doing a U.S. tour.
Yes, I know, yeah.
And they're touring with Trivium.
That is hilarious, actually.
Very hilarious.
That is hilarious.
If we head down to Salt Lake, possibly, if they're still on the tour for that portion of it, we go see Trivium in Amon Amarth.
Well, what I would do is because Jock, right, who's the drummer for Amon Amarth, right, he's a big Rag Company fan, and he's actually just a big fan of detailing.
Yeah.
He loves the detailing videos. He likes watching the YouTube channels. He likes Obsessed Garage. He likes us.
Likes Pam.
So when he's not on the road and traveling, he likes to do detailing stuff. So all I would have to do is say, hey, Jock, we're stopping by the show.
Levi and I are coming.
Maybe get us backstage. And then I talked to the boys at Trivium. And I said, listen to this story, right? And I told them the story about Trivium Trish. And I think they would love that. And then
it'd be great.
We'd have new friends. Demo says, if her pants are bejeweled, just ask her to remove her pants. Yep. Demo giving the thumbs up. And from Humberto says, Kevin says, hi, guys. Will you use the Ultra Utility Brush to clean leather, to clean indoor panels interior door panels. You can. It's a flagtip nylon. It's not going to hurt any of that. It wasn't necessarily designed for interior stuff, but that's not to say that you can't do it anyway.
Yeah. And Yo Hurl says, "Excuse me, miss, please put your in the bin."
So funny. Just have an airport security bin just in my passenger
Put everything
seat.
in here.
What's up with the tray here?
Yeah.
Hey, just plop yourself in there.
Yep. David Boy says, "Yeah, okay, Anthony, put the lotion in the basket."
You guys are making me sound like I'm a crazy person.
No, it's just your tools. It's just the tools for your job. Grand Hotry, day 530. Anthony's goose jerky, spy balloon rides, and home cleaning service. And now cross-country tours with real-life human flesh PPF. Please share, and sub to all TRC media.
Oh, man. It's all true.
It's so good. Jeff C., what do you think of Ivan's method of using an iron remover, one spray per panel, and then one spray on a clay towel? I've always covered the panel and let it eat and stink. I'm a big fan of letting it eat.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel like I'm doing enough.
I like to use more.
I want to break it down, then I want to come over and clay it.
I like to use more. Good afternoon, a little late, but better than not. Thank you, Glenn, for popping in and saying what's going on. We're moving on to page. Where are we at, Levi? Page 2.
Yeah.
Ron Ayotte running a bit late, but he's here. Frank L says, "Bros, what's up with the super chat?" I know we kind of explained that whole situation. Jeff C, and does Iron Buster provide enough lubrication to use the clay towel? I believe it does, yes. I'd probably spray just a little bit of water on the surface as well, just so it can build up a little bit of a lather. Carly Gates says, "As a customer, if you hand me keys to a
big-ass Grand Marquis, I'm going to politely pass."
Oh, how funny. Grant Hotry.
So it's too big of a car for him.
Grant Hotry says, Dane Smash Palace Pick Apart Palace Service Center in the Boise Death Hill was a third-gen Camaro available as loaners. Oh my gosh, that's a mouthful.
Ivan had a video recently talking about rotary polishing better than a DA, and a DA cuts faster than a rotary. Can you guys wait? So Ivan had a video recently talking about a rotary polisher is better than a DA, and a DA cuts faster than a rotary. Can you guys explain why or the science behind it? Thanks. Sheldon, we have a video of me and Anthony and Ivan using 3 different movements. We used a forced rotation, a rotary, and a DA on the same hood, and we took readings, and we did like 5-minute bursts. So you can go check that video out. It's on our YouTube channel. I think it's called What Will Burn First. So, and we talk about it over there. Joey says, laughing my ass off. I was thinking the same thing. I'd rather walk. Ron said, Mercury never came out with the Grand Marquis with the Desade option with the whip soft leather and lace interior. The shod, maybe. That would have been fancy. Simon Birch saying, in short, remember to subscribe and like. Thank you, Simon. And then Joey saying, don't stress him out before his procedure.
He'll be okay. He'll be fine.
Demo says, I listened to the first episode of the Not So Pearly Gates, and I totally loved it. Great job, Levi and Carly. Thank you, Demo. I appreciate you listening, man. Started detailing out of my garage last March, and I have a bunch of questions. I've been using the new wool pads on each detail that requires it then throw them away. Should I be washing and saving? Antoine, it depends on what you're using them for. If you're using one wool pad on the whole car and you're keeping your heat down and there's not a lot of separation in the foam, you should be okay to use it again. If you're using 2 or 3 pads on a car or 4 pads on a car, then you don't need to throw them away. Just wash them. So I always recommend using a pad until it dies, like literally physically dies and doesn't work anymore.
Oh my gosh.
So that usually means it breaks down, it starts to pull apart. That's how I do it.
I don't do that. I do it the second I start noticing it to look ugly, I set it home. Joey Belinsky says, I'd love to visit Trader Joe's with these dudes. Honestly, Joey, I think that you'd love it as well. Maybe stay at the Home to Sweets, right, where you have a beautiful view of the Trader Joe's. And
a
we
kitchen.
Can go in there, pick up a nice charcuterie board, pick up maybe some fine wines. The other thing I like about Trader Joe's is the vast variety of freeze-dried fruits. A lot of freeze-dried fruits there. And what most people don't know is that they have possibly what could be the highest citric acid content in any jelly bean ever. hence why their sour jelly beans are amongst the most sour I've ever had. And I say that as a person who loves sour candy. Okay. So sour that your cheeks will literally swell up because it's so much citric acid.
Didn't know that.
Very good, though. And anyway, something to think about. Barry Cook says, is the new ONR V5 shipping out? Yes, it is, Barry.
It is.
And then, did you guys get the Amber Alert,
yes,
Carson?
We did.
It's like you're a local guy. How'd you know?
Weird.
And then we got Dino that says, just wanted to say hi. Got to catch this one later. Me and the wifey trying to teach our 20-month-old to sleep without pacifier.
Yep,
I don't
that's
know
right.
if it's the right term.
It
Those
is.
little sucking things.
Yeah. Dino,
Laughy face.
Good luck. Seriously, that is that's a difficult one. I was thankful that my kids didn't ever have to worry about that. Umberto saying hello to Carly. And then Jimmy saying, what's the latest and greatest to one-step polish? I may move back to the retail side of things, and one-steps are great revenue generators. Uno Advanced and Uno Protect are two of the best for that. The other ones are Kosh Chemi's One Cut and Finish. That one's really nice. And Micro Cut and Finish. Micro Cut and Finish has a wax. One Cut and Finish has a sealant in it. Uno Advanced has a ceramic, and Uno Plus, right? What is it? Uno Protect. Uno Protect has a sealant. Yeah. So those four are great. That way you've got a wax, a sealant, and a ceramic. And the ceramic in Uno Advanced is pretty dang awesome for 9 months to a year of longevity. Pretty impressive. Simon Birch, speaking of tinting, is 0% tint, but with double ceramic a thing? I just want to keep the heat out, but we're not allowed to tint the front windows here. So, fun fact, Simon, I took Avery Dennison's tint class this past week. Avery Dennison, our truck drivers here, our lorry drivers, or our on-the-road drivers, there's a lot of rattling going on over there. They are not allowed to tint their front windows either. Avery Dennison has come out with an actual clear ceramic with UV and heat blocker on the tint. So it's optically clear, and you can technically apply that to the front windows, and it gives you UV protection, it gives you heat blocking, everything. And the craziest thing is it's completely clear. It's nuts. We got to play with it this time, and he had a heat box so you could slide the tint through and see what it felt like with and without it. It was pretty impressive. And nowadays, the new ceramics and the new UV and all that kind of stuff that they have and the heat dissipation, you don't have to go really dark. You get so much from a 35% and not having to go with an ultra dark limo tint. Pretty crazy. Dino says, tonight is sleepless night number 3. Pray for me. Good luck, Dino.
Oh, tough.
David Cervantes. So how long will the Memorial Day stickers be available? So the sale starts next Thursday and will continue through till, I believe, Tuesday morning. Yeah. And you'll be able to pick up the Memorial Day sticker on the website. The cost of the sticker is $5, and 100% of the proceeds are going to the Gary Sinise Foundation. And then on top of that, the Rag Company is donating another $1,000 to the Gary Sinise Foundation. And if you guys want to, on the listing of the sticker, you'll be able to donate as well on your own. So maybe you want to buy a sticker and then you want to donate another $10. You can do that. So we're going to make that available. Or maybe you want to buy 3 stickers at $5 a piece. All that money's going to a good cause. And we really wanted to do it for Memorial Day. For those of you around the world, know it as Armistice Day. And we want to honor those that have fallen in the wars and in the line of duty. So that's what we're doing.
We got first from Puerto Rico says, you are correct on pacifier in the UK is a dummy. And then Carson Black, speaker and language with brisket slop dogs.
That sounds good.
And then, oh my God, do my eyes deceive me? We got the one and only Luke Berge in the house. It has been too long since I've seen him pop into this chat. And he says, well, I'm back.
Last week,
back in the zone.
Last week, he was sipping those Long Island iced teas, kicking back, feeling the breeze in his hair.
Was he really? What was he doing?
He was on a cruise.
Luke, wait, no, he was not.
Luke Berge was on a cruise with his family.
On a cruise.
Drinking the drinks, chilling out in his swim trunks, seeing the ladies walk the the decks.
Yeah.
Right? The promenades, as they call that.
So he had everything he could possibly want.
He was enjoying
He had
himself.
the women, he had the weather, he had the drinks, and he was on a cruise ship, right?
Yep.
But you know what he didn't have? Chip cookie.
He didn't have chip cookie.
And that would have probably really sent that
man,
that
could
home
you
for
imagine
him.
that? He would have just been happy.
Yeah.
Right? But now, back in the AutoZone.
So, there's...
Sorry, Luke.
Luke, somebody's got to do it, and you do such a good job. And
he's going to be running that company pretty soon.
I think he probably will. Keep up the good work. And here we are on page 2 or 1?
1.
Okay, 1. Here we go. We have Ronnie. It says, have you tried the new 20-ounce IK sprayers? They rock. Are you talking about the minis?
I think he's thinking of the minis. Yes,
minis
they're
are
great.
amazing. Dracula Detail in the house, back from the dead, says, hey guys, been a while since I've been able to join. What does honing clay on glass actually do? And what would be the downside of putting it straight to paint? So honing basically the clay is just kind of knocking off that
any of the manufacturing
material, and it's just kind of sharpening up that clay a little bit, not literally sharpening it up,
smoothing
it out
Levels
to
it out.
be able to, I guess, reduce the chance of initial marring, reduce the chance of material transfer onto paint, but also give it a smoother glide on paint itself. So it's like, is it necessary? Probably not. You could probably get away without doing it.
I wouldn't.
We feel like it makes a big difference.
It does make a big. David Cervantes, you guys should definitely do Ohio. There's some killer loose meat sandwiches near my place.
No, I think there's also some killers loose as well. But you know what? Do you like loose meat sandwiches?
Oliver Williams says, what are the benefits between using Iron Buster or Brake Buster? About to buy one and some forced for my black Trail Boss wheels. Thanks for all the advice. So Brake Buster is an all-in-one, so it cleans the tire and the wheel. It's a pH of 12, and it is an alkaline, non-acid cleaner. Iron Buster is a product that is designed to remove and dissolve iron particulates on the surface of the wheel, which is your brake dust. So its job is to dissolve it, break it free so that it doesn't stick. Because if you remember, your wheels are basically little ovens. And as you apply your brakes, fine powder comes off of them, fine metal shavings, and then they stick to the wheel because of the centrifugal force. And then because they're so hot, they sit on the surface. And then once they cool, they kind of bond to the wheel surface. So those are kind of the differences between those. So you can either use Iron Buster for those that have a lot of brake dust, or you can just use Brake Buster. Brake Buster also has an anti-corrosive, anti-rust agent in it to keep your wheels from having any other issues like that. So.
Mm-hmm. Luke says, where is Great Dane Films? He is off for facial reconstruction surgery to look like a combination of Stallone and
or Johnny Bravo. He hasn't decided. They gave him 2 options. They said, take your pick. He brought him in. He actually showed him to us. It was very random. He cooked up his little egg bites in the microwave, and he goes, guys, while he was punching in the numbers, he goes, guys, I need you to come over here and help me decide something. And we said, oh, well, is it the egg bites that you're eating? Like what flavor? And he goes, no. And he pulled out 2 pictures. One was Stallone, one was Johnny Bravo. And he said, which one do you think would look better
on me?
And we said, and then the microwave dinged and his egg bites were ready.
Yeah, it was the weirdest situation. A Long Island Detail Supply says, the Amityville Horror House. I don't know why I didn't post earlier. Oh my God.
That's 20 minutes away. Yeah.
It really is? Like the actual house? Like the movie house?
Yeah.
Or like
the house.
The real deal?
The real house.
What do you think, Levi?
You want to go?
Would you do it?
We'll see.
Okay. Then we have Luke Brady says, I got 2 bags of sour peaches airing out. Oh my God.
Nice.
Sour
Prepping.
Patch peaches. Luke, don't tempt me with a good time. Long Island says, you should definitely check that out. Seems like you guys like horror movies. So I am not like a horror movie guy, I should say. I enjoy a good scare, and I get in my moods. When I get in my moods, I tend to binge watch multiple horror scary movies. What separates that for me is when things are like some a little bit too real or too close to home. So like if I were to go to the Amityville Horror House, right, I'd be like, oh, this is really cool.
You'd worry about bringing something back.
And spooky, I would worry about bringing something back because what would happen with my luck, right?
Yeah.
Bring something back home to my family, and what happens? My vehicles are haunted, right? And they go, hey, scaring him isn't going to ruin his life, right? It's going to be like slowly causing issues with his vehicles.
You're going to walk in and you're going to be working. Let's say you're just going to be working on the Civic, right? You're going to be maybe doing a rinseless wash.
Yeah.
You're going to start hearing, and
yeah.
you're going to look over, and it's one of your screwdrivers. It's going to be out, and it's keying the side of the Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah. And then all of a sudden it falls on the ground, but you don't hear anything else. And you're like, why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Yeah, and the ghost is going to be like, aren't you afraid I'm going to kill you with that screwdriver? And I said, no, because now I have to touch that up with Dr. Color Chip. Right. And so then the ghost is going to get really bored of haunting me.
Well, they're going to go hang out with,
he's gonna be like, God, this guy
Grant's family up there.
Yeah, this guy
may possess them to do things.
Well, no, what I'll do is, the ghost goes up to my attic, sees Grant's family, says, I think I've haunted the wrong person. And they're like, run while you can.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I closed the door to upstairs. You're stuck in there now. We got Simon Birch says, I keep telling my girlfriend not to slam the door. It's not a Ford, only to realize it's a Ford Mondeo. The Mondeo. My other car is a BMW E39.
It's basically what I have. Ford Mondeo. It's a Ford Fusion.
Gotcha.
David Cervantes says, not your Trivium, the post-hardcore style music.
I love post-hardcore music. That's my jam. My guy Kirby says, do you have any tips on using PNS Odor Dog product, trying to use it after doing an interior clean to remove smoke or smell in a used car? I think pop, lock, and drop it, right?
Yeah, that's about it, bud.
Yeah.
I don't have any tips or tricks on it. Shine Your Light Detailing. I'm detailing an 89 Harley Sportster with 4,000 miles as we speak.
Oh, wow. I need to be ridden more.
Yeah. Kevin Monzone saying, if you have to pick your best combo, ceramic coating and topper, why?
I don't know. I mean, gosh, there's so many options nowadays, and we just tend to not follow the rules, and we make our own rules, and who knows what we end up coming up with. But I would say right now, probably a pretty solid new thing would probably be the combo of doing CSL and XOV5, right? Like that's new and exciting. That'd be a good combo. Throwing on one of the Diamond Body products, whether it's Diamond Body 36, and laying down a coat that, 2 coats that, whatever you want to do, and then maybe topping that with Quick Body a couple weeks after, a month after. That would be a pretty good combo. Or just laying down some good old fashioned Legend, and then eventually topping that with some Soul, and
or even Defender.
And having yourself a good time there. But yeah, I would say there's multiple routes to go. But I mean, if you're looking for probably one of the more recent things, then probably the V5 combo. If you're looking for something that's tried and true, Legend, Diamond Body 36, tried and true. Craig says, when will TRC have Gumi Fix 1 liter in stock? So 1 liter is not coming anytime soon, I believe.
We have a bunch of 5 liters. They just arrived today. We saw that.
I think the 5 liters are, I don't know if it was a bottling issue. I don't know if it was, I don't know what it was, but we got a lot of 5 liters. Yeah. Simon Birch says, I had no idea PNS Odor Doc was a thing. Let's hope I can get some from Patrick in the EU.
Yeah. Hopefully you can.
If he's carrying it.
It's a very unique product. So Joey says, seems like everywhere has the MTM 50-foot reel kits out of stock. Any ETA on those? Looking for a new pressure washer setup. We don't have an ETA yet on that.
We don't. We only had a few of them. I think we only had like 5 on hand. And I think once the weather started getting warm, those started selling out. But I am also looking for a new reel solution package, or like a hose solution package. Mine's getting kind of crimped up, and I'm still on my...
I need to get a new hose, too. Mine's like actually deteriorating.
Yeah, mine's pretty bad.
I'll probably need to get one before the end of this year.
Well, you don't want to risk it with a pressure washer.
Oh, I used to have them pop all the time.
Yeah, because you'll have a blowout.
So what happened was... what would usually happen was I had 100 feet of hose, and my guys would not keep it wound up or in the area it needed to be in.
Yeah.
And they would drive over it.
Oh, yeah.
If someone drove over the hose, it was guaranteed that it was going to burst within 1 week's time. It was like the Ring or, what's that? Yeah, the Ring. Like you're going to get a phone call in a week's time, you'll die. It was like that exactly. You'd see it happen and all of us would go, oh,
Yeah, like the ring on the phone was
Yeah,
like hello,
you're like, oh, man.
hello, Clarice, right?
That's a different movie.
And then and then it's like the
Did you watch this
the person on the
videotape?
ring, has this
drove over the
mask
pressure washer hose.
has this mask with this knife, and they're like
the call's coming from inside the house,
and then into the house, right? And then like, hey, is this the ring? Like, is this the TV situation,
and I
or
said,
is
no,
this
this is the pressure washer
the Scream
hose.
situation?
You just drove over the pressure washer hose.
Gotcha.
In 1 week's time, there will be a burst. That's what we would say.
Simon Birch says, "Damn, I gotta get that, Levi. I'm so tired of the heat in my car, and due to my kidneys being wonkers, I always feel the heat a lot earlier than everyone around me." Oh, wow, sorry, I did not know that. So maybe look into it, man. It might be a huge help for you.
Yeah, do a little research on some different tints. So.
And then I think Joey said, "I can't wait to buy Hella stickers." What a Californian word.
There you go.
Hella. And then we got David Cervantes that says, "Awesome. That will be my big paycheck. Approximately when are the 360 liter sized IK sprayers coming again?" We have no idea. Know. But like, I'm also looking forward to those. Yeah. But I couldn't even tell you. It might be a few months.
We do have the IK rep. Well, not Ibon, but the actual engineer, the main designer for IK. He's going to come visit us this summer, so we can actually sit down, figure out some stuff for sure.
Dracula Detail says, "Killer Lucy." Is that what that says? I don't know. Don't say that about my sweet baby angel girl. She would never do that. Joey Belinsky says, "Dane's coming back to look like handsome Squidward, possibly." Frank L says, "Not to sound like a dad, but citric acid and sour candies is very hard on your teeth. FYI, my guy." Oh, it's absolutely horrible for your teeth, right? But that's the reason why you can only eat so many of those. Like, I can only eat maybe 5 to 10 of those jelly beans at a time because they're so sour. Yeah. But man, that citric acid hit, it's like, you know what I feel like?
Like a burn?
No, do you ever see It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
All the time.
Cricket.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
When Cricket's like has like missing teeth and he's like pretty much just gums, and then he puts salt on the lemon slices and then eats them and like goes he makes that weird sound, like that hissing sound.
Burning his teeth.
That's me with citric acid because it just feels
You're rickety
so
crickets
good.
eating lemons.
Well, it's because it's like when Franks go, "Hey, I can't pay you in cash, but I got lemon slices for you." And he goes, "What?" He goes, "Fine, I'll take the lemon slices."
Forgot about that.
Dracula Detail says, "Please come out with a GTA themed poster. And T-shirt. I'd buy 12. Holy smokes! We will let the team know."
Alex Dewar says, "Got a jet, fellas. Have a beautiful afternoon. Thank you." Dracula saying, "Favorite Pro exclusive coating." Pro
exclusive. Think OptiCoat Pro Plus.
Yeah, probably still one of the best ones. And then I really do like Pro 120 by
Pro
DPT.
Pro 120, OptiCoat Pro Plus, Crystal Serum Pro or Ultra. Sorry, I should say.
They're all great.
I mean, those are all pretty dang good, man. I mean, you'd be pretty happy with all of them. Meridian Marmot says, "Anthony, have you decided what coating you're going to use on the RSX?" I have not decided that yet. So, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I have so many options.
Yeah.
But I do have some coatings I have at my house that need to be used. So I may end up just using something I have laying around just because they need to be used. But right now, I don't know if I ever even told anybody. It's covered in gloss coat right now.
Yeah.
Which seems to be doing fine for what it's worth. And it was more or less, I had a bottle of it and I was like, I'll just use it. And I just did a quick prep and threw it on, and it's holding up just fine. Oliver Williams says, "Is there anything that shouldn't be used with Diamond 36? Shouldn't be used with Diamond 36X Diamond wheels? Acids. Stay away from any acids. And I'm talking like a pH of 4 and below, which you probably won't use anyway, but that's what I'd recommend." Joey Belinsky says, "What's the go-to order from Dave's Hot Chicken? Had it twice last week. Hot is probably the most I can handle. Pickles are are fire though." So Joe Belinsky, that's a great question. So basically,
I don't like Dave's Hot Chicken.
Levi's wrong.
I really don't like it. I think it's gross.
It's crazy.
Has no flavor, no taste.
Literally, it's like that's
Chick-fil-A is better.
That's not true. That's not true. So you do realize that you're causing a riot out there.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A is better. Every time I've had it, it's gross.
Do you smell that burning smell? Half of your desk is on fire.
Every time I eat it, I go, "God, this is garbage."
So
How's this place around?
So as a guy
and my cousin is the manager, just so you know, of Dave's Hot Chicken.
No, who? Which cousin?
My uncle Art's daughter. My great uncle Art's daughter.
No,
yeah, she details too. I'm not going to say her name for purposes, but
yeah,
she's the GM for this Dave's Hot Chicken here. Yeah.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
So, like Chick-fil-A, it's pretty good. I'm never in a bad mood when I eat Chick-fil-A. But Dave's Hot Chicken, you put a couple of those. Actually, you put the slider and the tender, both in either hot or medium, in front of me with an extra pack of the sauce and the fries. I'm having a good time, right? But hot definitely is pretty much the sweet spot for me. We did the Reaper here. Did you know that? Mm-mm. We sliced up a Reaper here and split it amongst 4 or 5 of us, and we all had a bite. And let's just say, it's the Reaper going in and it's the Reaper going out. Be prepared for what you're about to take on when you eat that sandwich. Chantel saying hi all the way from the Netherlands. Hello. Thank you for stopping by. And then we have Carson Black that says, Levi, I got the ceramic coating info from Peterson Toyota. They claim it's a year-long sealant. I have washed the car 3 times and mostly gone. Carson, it probably won't make it.
Probably is, buddy.
Probably won't make it another week. Carson then says they included it with the price, so I'm not too mad. I'm sure you're probably happy with that. Yeah. Carson, you need to swing that whip by us.
Yeah, come bring it over. Say hello. Bring some brisket slop dogs.
Let's go rip that e-brake around the parking lot. What do you say, right?
I like
do a couple of those Bernies.
Joey Belinsky says, your mouth might be coated in too much Diet Pepsi, Levi. Chick-fil-A is hot, overhyped garbage.
Oh my gosh. These are like literally fighting words, but you know what?
It's pretty true.
You can't. So I was about to say.
I don't eat spicy food.
I was about to say you can't take that guy because he's a Jack Reacher sized man.
He is a Jack Reacher sized man.
However, he's currently has a heart condition, which may
outrun him.
Which you may be able to outrun him. Joey, I hope you get the humor in that, and it might make it a fairer fight, right? Plus, you also have a lot more tattoos than he does.
Yeah.
So you might be able to be a little bit more intimidating. And then he says, I still love you guys, even if you have bad taste in chicken places.
I just didn't like it.
I love
and
Dave's Hot Chicken.
Here's why. I don't eat spicy stuff.
It's literally what
so
it's
that
called
place
Dave's
is
Hot Chicken.
About spicy food.
It's in the name.
So I got the not spicy version,
yeah,
and it tasted like the plainest chicken I've ever eaten in my life. And I was like, this is garbage because it doesn't even have any flavor to it. Yeah. And then you guys were like, you got to add the flavor. And I go, but I don't want it hot. I like flavor, but I don't need spice.
Flavor.
And you guys all said,
hot is flavor.
And I said, that's
Joey
not true.
says, wait until after the surgery, Anthony. All right, guys. So we have pretty much wrapped
Jack
up.
Reacher.
We are going to end this about 10 minutes.
Hold up. Before we end it,
sorry.
I need you guys to pop up the East Coast Adventure graphic one more time because we're not doing a Q&A Thursday next week because we are going to be
on the road.
We are leaving on Tuesday, and we are going to be at Saratoga Auto Museum on Wednesday, the 24th of May from 10 a.m. to 12. Come visit us. Come to the Avenue of the Pines at Saratoga Springs. We'll be there with the guys from Detailed Image. And then Detailer's Domain the next day on Thursday, the 25th from 10 to noon. Please come say hello. And then, of course, Friday, the big day, we're going to be at Long Island Detail Supply off of Sunrise Highway in Oakdale, New York. And we were going to be there from 10 to 3. All of us, all the brands, Diamond Protect, Rupes, Colorlock, PNS, KCX, and the Rag Company. Oh, and Diamond Protect will be at Detailed Image and Detailer's Domain. And then finally, Saturday, open house parking lot party at Haggerty's Garage and Social in Bedford Hills, New York. We're also going to have swag rides available with us, too, at Long Island and Haggerty. So come see us, come say hello, and pick up a limited edition East Coast Adventure sticker that you can only get if you show up. So
true. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for tuning in for today's live stream. Again, we are going to be heading out next week, so we won't really... we actually might see you on the main show on Monday if we're all here and ready to rock and roll for that. But other than that, though, we're really excited about the trip. We hope you guys are as well. Again, these go live next week. East Coast is next week. Have a fantastic freaking weekend. Hopefully Dane comes back looking more Stallone than ever.
Oh,
we will find out next week, right? Mullet and all.
Oh, very
Love
nice.
the thought. So, as usual, happy Friday Eve. Have a great weekend, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.